in the office. I've been warming up, so approach with caution. Yeah, up the heat, no cold feet, I'm locked in. Go against me, you might need a coffee. Where's the competition? Cause I don't see none. Matter of fact, there'll be none, so y'all can run the rerun. Show you how to work, I roll the sleeves up on my shirt. Built in front of the ground, I had to rise from out the dirt.
Watch this, I'ma show you how I do it. Like a pro, gotta hustle, get through it. No sweat, look good when I'm moving. I'ma rise, and this a minute. Watch this, I'ma show you how I do it. Like a pro, gotta hustle, get through it. No sweat, look good when I'm moving. I'ma rise, and this a minute.
I know what I'm doing, I'm clean when I'm moving. And I've been on the wave, so you know that I'm fluid. When it comes to the team, I divide even. Eyes open to mind dreaming, I'm still scheming. I see trophies in the future, maybe even sooner, so I'm moving like a rumor. Showing how to work, I roll the sleeves up on my shirt. Built it from the ground, I had to rise from out the dirt.
Watch this, I'ma show you how I do it. Like a pro, gotta hustle, get through it. No sweat, look good when I'm moving. I'ma rise, and this a minute. Watch this, I'ma show you how I do it. Like a pro, gotta hustle, get through it. No sweat, look good when I'm moving. I'ma rise, and this a minute.
Good Sunday, everybody. It is the Native Tribe Show, and of course, this is Strawberry Sunday, where we talk about Shirley Strawberry's now ex-husband, Ernesto Williams. You know, they say he nasty. Who is they? A grand jury. Yeah, we gonna finish off what we started. Okay, we started on this tablet visit / phone call on Thursday. Okay, it was a little long, a little long-winded. All right, so we had to break this up into 2 parts. So today is going to be part 2. Hopefully, you all are having an amazing Sunday up to this point. All right, we are going to talk about a face that only a broke, illiterate, nasty ninja could love. Okay. And that face, of course, is Sonia Waller Durham Jackson III. All right. So let me know, as always, you know I'm nosy. You know I want to know what y'all having for Sunday dinner, right? I ain't had no Sunday dinner. All right. I don't even know what I'm gonna have for Sunday dinner. Okay. A brother is a little hungry. Okay. All right. I'm not hangry, a little hungry. Okay. Just let y'all know. So please let me know what you and your family are partaking in for dinner today. I'm interested because you might inspire me to, to cook something or do something. Now, I won't be able to do what Salt and Pepper Tresses is going to put in, okay? Because Salt and Pepper Tresses menu is always off the chain. But you all can inspire me. Maybe I can figure out what it is that I want to eat a little bit later on, okay? So let's get into it. Let's look and see who is here with me today. Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mysteries, is here with me today. Hello, Legacy Moon. If you all are not subscribed over to the Legacy Moon channel, go ahead and check that out. Sonia's Boots is in the building. Hello, Sonia's Boots. How are you? She says, hey, Native and Tribe. The one and only Delicate Dale is in the house with flames in the chat. She says, happy Sunday, everybody. Mocha Cream 12 is here. Says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, Mocha Cream 12. How are you? Shay B is in the building. Says, hey, Tribe, come on in and grab yourself a seat. Absolutely, come on in. If you're going to put your feet up, just make sure you take your shoes off first. Welcome, 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 Shay B. GC in the house says, hi, Native Tribe and Sexy Smoky. Well, hello, GC. How are you? B. Ann is in the building. Says, happy Sunday, Native and Tribe. Hello, B. Ann. How are you? Jay Blake is in the building. Says, hey, Native and Chat. That thumbnail is hilarious. Love it. Well, listen, Jay Blake. I just want to make sure everybody knows that this is a love story. All right? 2 people brought together by unforeseen circumstances. Okay? One of them just happens to be nasty, and the other one just happens to be Nesto. Okay? So these 2 people found each other, right? Who would have seen it coming that this married man who already had a wife would find the love of his life in a Zesty Lil Dude? This is a love story, y'all. Let's not forget that. This is a very shitty, nasty love story. Okay? That's what we're talking about, Jay Blake. So I just wanted to make sure that we understood that this is my homeless love. That's what this is. Two homeless ninjas that fell in love, all right, and will not let concrete and steel bars separate them, Jay Blake. That's what we're talking about. Does it get any more beautiful than this? I ask you, does it get any more beautiful than this? I don't think so. Okay. Well, thank you for coming through, Jay Blake. I appreciate you. GC said, let's not forget the Poop Mobile, Def Dion, Dumb Dre, and unindicted Wide Hip Lamont. GC is in the house and shouting everybody in the Nesto Cinematic Universe out. Thank you so much for being here, GC. Ms. Nisi's in the building, says, happy Sunday, Native Tribe, and the best mods on YouTube. Absolutely. And the best chat on YouTube, okay? I'm going to claim that. I'm going to go ahead and claim that, Ms. Nisi. This is the best chat in all of YouTube, okay? I dare somebody to out chat y'all. I do. Victoria's in the building with flames in the chat. Tracy is here, says happy Sunday, Native and Tribe. Hello, Tracy. My Bell says, hey, Tribe, Native, this title is spot on. My homeless love. Uh-huh. She ain't unhoused because she had a house. She is homeless, okay? She's absolutely homeless. Salt and Pepper Trusses is in the building, says, hey, Native and Tribe, happy Sunday to you. Boys Nana said, a face only a mother could love. Oh, I forgot hers left. Ooh. Boys Nana. Ooh. You know how you making Sonya feel right now? How you making her feel right now with that comment, Boys Nana? Oh my God, abandonment issues. Pursue. Southside Chi-Town 73 in the building, says, I'm here. Hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, Southside Chi-Town. How are you? Danae is in the building, says, hey, happy Sunday, Tribe. I'm ready for the next episode of The Old and the Homeless. Indeed, that describes both of them, don't it? I mean, both of them. Only one of them is shitting outside. The other one is shitting in a cell with his cellmate. Ain't that something? Ms. Mad About Music is in the building, says, hey, Native and Tribe, happy Sunday, first day of June. It is indeed the first day of June, Ms. Mad About Music. And Native Tribe Urban Media has some things that are going to pop off in June. So be on the lookout, Ms. Mad About Music. But yes, today is the first, and thank you for being here. NPR Nerd 73 says, I'm here too. Hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, NPR Nerd. How are you? Justin's mom in the building says, hello, Native and Tribe. Hello, Justin's mom. How are you? Thank you for being here. Victoria says, good afternoon, everybody. Tanya, be here. Indeed, be here. Okay. Leo Lady 251 in the building says, good afternoon, my Gulf Coast brother. Hello, good Leo Lady. How are you? My Gulf Coast sister. Myretta's in the building, says, my brother, Native and family. Hello, Myretta. How are you? EK is in the building, says, happy Sunday, Native and Tribe. Hello, EK. How are you? OG Lot Lizard is in the house, says, hey, Native and Tribe. Happy Sunday. Hello. OG Lot Lizard. Okay. Tracy says, love the music. So glad that you do, Tracy. Thank you. We working hard on this side of the screen, okay? There's some hard work happening over here, okay? Diva Shawnee is in the house, says, hi, Native Tribe and mods. Hello. Juju D is in the house. Hello, Juju D. How are you? Muffin 218 is here, says, hello, Tribe. Hello, Muffin 218. My Ty has joined us on this Sunday afternoon. She says, hi, Native and Tribe. 8K's F350 in the building, says, hey, Native and Chat. Nick's lost, but the Liberty played today, and it's Big Ellie's birthday. She's a June Gemini like me. AK's F350. That game was ferocious last night. But I mean, look, I actually thought at the beginning that the Knicks might pull it out because they kept it close. But that third quarter, man, geez, Indiana didn't come to play. So hopefully we'll have a good finals. Bridget Girl in the house says, happy Sunday, Native. Hello, Bridget Girl. How are you? Miss Lady is in the building, says, hey, Tribe fam, let's go. Indeed. Miss Mad About Music says, Miss Lady, hey there. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to read that. Pretty Frugal Diva's in the house, says, hey, y'all, my baby is finally home. Thanks for the prayers. Dinner is ravioli homemade and salad with Olive Garden dressing. Wow, that sounds good. Actually sounds pretty good. I might have to consider that, Pretty Frugal Diva, but I am so glad that your baby is home. Yes, indeed. As a matter of fact, Pretty Frugal Diva. Is over here. Okay. DC Lively in the building says Alfredo soup. Wow. Sounds like Sonya made that. Delicate Dale says salmon, wild rice, big sweet potato, and asparagus. Okay, Delicate Dale. Hold on, Delicate Dale. Wait one doggone minute, Delicate Dale. I might have to pull up, Delicate Dale. I might have to pull up. I hope that you got enough to share, Delicate Dale, because I love me some salmon, love me some wild rice, sweet potatoes. Now the asparagus, I might not. I might hold off on. Okay, but the rest of it, Delicate Dale, I might just have to pull up and ring that doorbell. All right. Tell me that part is here. It says happy strawberry Sunday, everyone. Hello, Delicate Dale. Excuse me, tell me that part. I'm still got Delicate Dale food on my mind. Tell me that part. Thank you so much for being here. Sanders RN in the building says happy Sunday, tribe. Today we are having air fried fish. Okay. Smoked turkey. Ooh. Kidney beans. Ooh. Turnip greens I could do without. And jalapeno cornbread is actually very good. Sanders RN. Okay, that might be doorbell worthy too. Y'all got me burning gas up in here. I might have to fill up this gas tank and take a trip because y'all got some good food happening. Marina B is in the house with flames in the chat. Hello, Marina B. Thank you so much for being here. Shirley Dish Your Man is here. Says good afternoon, everyone. Doing homework while I listen. Oh, good luck with the homework. Myretta says I had breakfast for dinner: waffles, cheese, eggs, and bacon. Wow. Myretta, that sounds great. CB1120 says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, CB1120. How are you? I got Keisha Marie in the house. She says, hi, Huns. Hello, Keisha Marie. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Ms. HLS is here. Says, happy Sunday, Native and Tribe. Why Native Lion on a Sunday? What I lie about? What I lied about, Ms. HLS? Be specific, Ms. HLS. What I lie about? I ain't lied about nothing. Ms. Mad About Music says, pretty frugal Diva. That's great news to hear your baby's home. Dinner sounds delish, don't it, though? X2 Complicated says, hello, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Kim F in the building says, good afternoon, Native and Tribe. Good afternoon, Kim F. How are you? No 504 says, happy Sunday, Native and Tribers. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. We got Myretta says, my homeless love. I'm crying like, well, I mean, that's what it is. My homeless love. Yeah. That's what it is. That's what we're doing. Because both of them ain't got nowhere to live. I'm just saying. Nesto is being housed by the state. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there, My Ty says, not my relationship goals, but okay, if they like it, I love it. I know, right? It's a love story, my Ty. It is a love story, okay? That girl is in the building, says, hello, that girl. How are you? Could it be Dimples Wimples 504 is in the house? Says, hey, Native Mods and Tribe, happy Sunday. Thank you so much for being here, Dimples Wimples. Dimples Wimples is, of course, a part of that notorious Native Tribe Urban Media Mod Squad, handling all the things behind the scenes. Thank you so much, Dimples Wimples, for being here. I do appreciate you, ladies. DMV 703 says, great Sunday afternoon, Native and Tribe. How y'all doing today? DMV 703, I am doing fine today. It is a sunny day out here in Atlanta, Georgia, and everything is good. DMV 703, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Coffee's Brewing says, hey, hello, hello, hello. And here come Miss Show Off right here. This, let me tell you something. Salt and pepper tresses be showing out, okay? Now I'm finna click on this and I'm gonna see what's happening at the Salt and Pepper Tresses house today, okay? Salt and Pepper Tresses says Sunday menu, honey, sriracha salmon. You see what I'm saying? Do y'all see what I'm saying? She could have just had some grilled salmon. Nah, not Salt and Pepper Tresses. It's gotta be honey, sriracha salmon, right? Yellow rice, steamed green beans. Y'all already know how I feel about that. And don't be acting like you don't know who at the door, Salt and Pepper Tresses, okay? Don't be acting like you don't know who at the door, all right? Sounds amazing. Hey, let's talk about it all. Says, hey, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Dimples Wimples said, what are y'all cooking today? Well, we already know that Salt and Pepper Tresses got some sriracha, honey sriracha salmon going on over there, Dimples Wimples. Shoot, I'm just saying. Lord of mercy. Granny the Great is here, says Granny the Great 221 is here, says happy Sunday, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Jeannie Beanie is here and says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. How are you, Jeannie Beanie? Love the name. I love the name. I do. I love it when stuff rhymes. I love that. That's nice. Hey, let's talk about it all. Says, hey, Native. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Hope you are doing well. Book Nerd is in the building. Says, hey, Native and Tribe. Happy Sunday. Hello, hello, hello. Ms. Mad About Music says, best host. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Mad About Music. I am trying. I am putting forth the effort. Okay. All right. Might not get it all right all the time, but I'm definitely trying. And I appreciate that, Ms. Mad About Music. That means a lot. 501 Queen in the house is Native in chat. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Dimples Wimples. 504 says roasted chicken thighs. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Love me some chicken thighs. Jambalaya and oven sweet potatoes. Dang. I'm gonna spend up all my gas money, right? I gotta ring the doorbell on that one. Don't act like you don't know me when I ring the doorbell, Dimples Wimples, okay? Yolana says, happy Sunday, having grilled chicken and steamed veggies. Yolana, that sounds great. Grilled chicken is always good. Always good. Dion's Breaks with flames in the chat. Hello, hello, hello. Off of me is here. Said, OMG, hey, nasty Native and Tribe. I finally caught a live on a Sunday. Yes, you did. Off of me. Not sure why you call me nasty. Not sure why that was necessary off of me, but okay. Welcome to a Sunday Live. I appreciate you being here. Ms. Veronica's here, says, hello, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. I got TDC in the building. Hello, TDC. How are you? All right. Diva Shawnee in the house says, I'm making meatloaf again, baked macaroni, turkey, London broil for the first time. Has anyone had turkey London broil? I have not. And collard greens and cornbread. I've never had that before. I'm gonna have to look that up to see what that is, Diva Shawnee. But thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate that. Say Jake says, good afternoon, everyone. Native and Tribe is going to be fried potatoes and onions with sausage for dinner tonight. Man, that sounds good, CJ. That's just a simple, good meal. Filling, very good. Okay. Delicate Dale says, Native, what date is your birthday on June? No, Delicate Dale, Native Tribe Urban Media is doing some things this month, but my birthday isn't one of those things. My birthday is in September, Delicate Dale. So if you want to write that down, if anybody wants to grab something to write this down, September 13th is my birthday. But Delicate Dale, I'm going to be rolling out a lot of stuff this month. So be on the lookout for that. But no, my birthday is in September. I got a couple months to wait for that. So yeah. And Delicate Dale says mine is on June 6th. Okay, Delicate Dale, you know I got a birthday song for you, right? You know I got a birthday song for you. We're going to celebrate. I love celebrating birthdays. Anissa Ali is here, says, good afternoon, Native and Tribe. Hello, Alisa Ali. How are you? Ms. HLS said that them dummies are a love story. It is a love story, Ms. HLS. They say I love you every time they hang up the phone. I love you. I love you. Love you too. Love you too. Love you too. I love you. Call me in 5 minutes. Call me 10 minutes after we hang up, okay? Don't forget to call me. It's a love story, Ms. HLS. Jeez. Devil's Woman said that's a tragedy, not a love story. I don't care what y'all say. This is a love story, y'all. I don't care what y'all say. All right. Kim F says, I'm good and I'm having leftover salmon and loaded mashed potatoes from a seafood restaurant. Sounds good to me. That seems to work for me. Jackson Tabasco is in the house. Says happy Sunday, Native and everyone. Hello, Jackson Tabasco. Thank you so much for being here. Patty Patty is in the building and says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Black But Not Bitter said, it's a love thing. Yeah, see, y'all, Black But Not Bitter get it. Why y'all don't get it? It's a love story. They say I love you 30,000 times. Why are they talking? I love you. I love you. I love you. Now I love you. I love you. That's what they do. They love each other. It's a love story. They're just really sad people, but they love each other. That's all that counts. Y'all are hating on they love. Miss 215 in the building representing Philly with them flames in the chat. How are you? Chocolate Drop says hello, Native and Tribe. Happy Strawberry Sunday. Happy Strawberry Sunday to you. Real said feel the fire. Indeed, real. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you. Boys Nana says, good afternoon, everyone. Dimples Wimples is reminding you to hit that like button because that does help me out greatly. Okay. All right. Granny the Great says, hello, hello, hello. All right. Chocolate Drop says, I'm cooking pinto beans, smoked neck bones, cabbage, and cornbread. Chocolate Drop, what part of the South are you from? Because that is as Southern as you can get. Some smoked neck bones, cabbage, and cornbread with the pinto beans? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You know, my daddy was from Alabama. So we used to them type of meals where you take the cornbread and the cabbage and you put them together and the smoked neck. Oh yeah. Chocolate Drop, you the MVP today. Ms. Nisi says, I have yellow rice made with chicken, veggies, crab, and shrimp from my sister in Honduras, and grilled chicken made by my nephew yesterday. I'm on my way to pick up some key lime pie for dessert. Dang, Ms. Nisi. Wow. Might have to get on the road for that one. Thank you, Granny the Great. I appreciate you hitting the like button. Okay. I do appreciate that. Blue Bear is in the building, says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, Blue Bear. How are you? Patty says, I'm having veggie lasagna and stuffed mushrooms. I love a good veggie lasagna. I absolutely do. I really, really do. Ms. Lady says, smoked neck bones with white rice and seasoned string. I like that. Let me do it like Nesto would do it. Golly, Miss Lady. That's some good food there. Country as hell. Tanya B here says baked garlic parmesan chicken, cabbage with onions and red peppers, yellow rice and honey, cornbread, finishing while listening. Tanya B here with the food. Go on, Tanya B here. I ain't mad at you. Luna Brain Fireheart says smothered turkey wings with rice and cabbage. Y'all just showing out today. Y'all are showing out today. Okay. OG Lot Lizard says, I'm scared of meatloaf because of good times. Ain't nobody putting no dog food in the doggone meatloaf. And matter of fact, Gertie, OG Lot Lizard, Gertie didn't put dog food in the meatloaf. They just thought she did. She said, I would never serve dog food to my friends. That's what she said, okay? That's what she said. Now, JJ was acting a fool, and Florida was acting a fool, and they ain't had nothing to act a fool about. Okay, OG Lot Lizard. Gertie did not put that. She said, I would never serve my. Yes, I eat dog food. Okay, I eat it, but when I make a meatloaf, I'm gonna make it with meat for my friends. That's what she said. OG Lot Lizard. You ain't being fair to Gertie. Okay, you ain't being fair to Gertie. Real says, I'm fasting. Okay, sorry about talking about all this food, Real. Sorry. Sorry. Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mystery says, my birthday is in 20 days. I cannot wait for your birthday, Legacy Moon. We're going to celebrate your birthday, okay? Ms. Lady says, smoked neck bones, white rice, seasoned string beans. Right. Got you. Make it rain, NYC, Florida says, good afternoon, Native and Tribe. Hello. Natasha Butler's in the house and says, hey, hello, Natasha Butler. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Baptize That Ass is in the building, says, hi, Native and Tribe. Hello. Chi-Town Lee Remote says, my mom's birthday was 9/14. There's something special about them September babies. I ain't saying that just because I'm a September baby, okay? All right? I ain't saying that, but something special about them September babies. That's all I can tell you. Dimples Wumble says, wait a minute, I want a plate from everyone. Thank you. I know these plates are something else. Aunt Natty's here, says, happy Sunday, Native and Tribe. Hello, Aunt Natty. How are you? Coffee's Brewing says, oh, we are Virgo cousins, September 13th. Yes, indeed. Okay. All right. Aunt Natty said this is a comedy special. It can be, right? It absolutely can be. So Black But Not Better says, hey, chat in the bushes today, driving back to ATL from Charlotte. Okay. Black But Not Better. Be careful out there on that road. All right. You know how that can be. I love you. Look, I love you too. Granny the Great, that's how he say it. I love you too. I love you too. All right. I love you too. Let's see. Is everybody accounted for today? Unnourished Legs in the clouds says, "Where is that doorbell sound? I need to come knock on Chocolate Drop's door for some soul food." Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead. Um, uh, um, Chocolate Drop, unnourished leg says she want to ring the door. Okay, Chocolate. Look, Chocolate Drop. Don't act like you don't know unnourished legs is out there. Okay, let me ring it for you one more time. Okay, all right, unnourished legs. I got it for you. I got it for you. Loving Life says, "Hey, Native and Tribe, what up, though? What up, though? Loving Life representing Detroit. How you doing today?" My Ty says, "Sad and in love. What are the things? What are things I never thought I would hear in the same sentence?" Right? I know, right? Let's see. Rossi says we're having grilled chicken, pork chops, and steak, baked potatoes, salad, fried corn too. My my. My, y'all got some good stuff going on today. Y'all got some. Y'all cook. Do y'all cook like this every day, or is it just Sunday? I'm just curious. I don't know. Y'all be doing it up on Sundays. No 504 says meat sauce and spaghetti with spinach and cheese, garlic bread. Okay, thank you. NPR nerd says Culver's. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Some of that part says Cajun chicken and rice with a Cajun cream. Are y'all making this up? Are y'all making this up? Cajun chicken with rice with a Cajun cream sauce. My. Natasha Butler says, "I'm eating whatever I want." Do what you do. Okay, Natasha Butler, do what you do. You don't follow nobody rules, all right? Don't follow nobody rules. I'm just saying. Do what you do. She said, "I'm eating whatever I want." I don't blame you. Do what you do. Shoot. Say it with your chest. Aunt Natty says, "Smothered cabbage, fried country ribs, purple whole peas, honey, cornbread with sweet tea." All right, Aunt Natty, I see you. I see you. Boys Nana says, "Sound like we need to have a potluck." You ain't lying. Reef and Muff's mom in the building says, "Good Sunday, Native and Tribe." Hello, Reef and Muff's mom. Thank you so much for being here. Delicate Dale says, Shirley Strawberry says, "Love don't live here anymore." And Dion says, "At the car wash." Delicate Dale, they got a Rolls Royce thing going on over there, right? Ella B says, "Sonia's a September baby. She don't count." Okay. Okay, Ella B. We don't count her. She's weird. She was hatched. We were born. Okay. All right. Sonia was hatched. We were born. There's a difference. Okay. The babies that were born in September are special, Ella B. But Ella B, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate that. Aquarius Bay said, "Listen, if you admit to eating pet food, I'm not eating nothing you cooking." Gertie said, "Yes, I eat dog food." Okay. Gertie said, "Yes, I eat dog food, but I would not serve dog food to my friends." That is what Gertie told the Evans family. Okay, Aquarius Bay. But I understand. I wouldn't have eaten nothing either. Trust me. Mary Willis in the building says, "Good afternoon, Native and Tribe." Hello, hello, hello. Jackson Tabasco, that's what Gertie said. That's what Gertie said. Okay. Char Willie in the building with flames in the chat. Tanya B says, "Hello, I'm not showing out on all this Sunday. I'm going to fingers, wings, and other things." Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Justin's mom said, "My mom's birthday was September 7th. Absolutely. Them September babies be doing it. September babies is something else. I am one. I'm not just saying that because I am one, but just saying. Okay. Allegedly in Harmon, where you been? Says Native and Tribe, and I want to thank Ms. Lady for the gifted membership from last week. Yes, indeed, Ms. Lady did bless some folks. Okay. All righty then. Let's see. Miss Kim is here. Says, "Hey, Native and Tribe, happy Sunday. I'm ordering dinner today. Fried catfish, yams, baked mac and cheese. I'll wash it all down with ice cold glass of peach lemonade." The peach lemonade sounds amazing. Wow. Rossi says, "Native, what about them Pacers?" Yes, sirs. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm not mad at it. Okay. I'm not mad at it. The Pacers and Oklahoma City is going to be a great finals. I'm predicting it. Tell me that part. Says Sonia's the first pancake. She sure is. Just ain't worth a damn. All right. My Ty said, "I'm going to the food truck today and they are having fried salmon bites, shrimp, and French fries." Sounds good. Sounds good. Nana and Nini 336 in the building. Hello, hello, hello. NPR nerd says that September 7th, a great day. Leo Lady says, "My mom is September 1st. Something about them September babies." Chi-Town CPA, thank you all. Thank you for being here. Says, "And y'all throwing down today, but better not bring water or ice to the Tribe picnic." I need y'all to keep the same Sunday food energy, right? That's exactly right. Now, speaking of same energy, we are going to pick up on where we left off last on Thursday when we had these two clowns, and I do mean clowns, on our show. Okay. So let's get into it. All right. Let me pull this up in my angst to get over here. I didn't have it set up properly, but now I do. All right. All right, y'all. Let's get into this call. All right. And no matter what happens in this call, I want you all to remember this is a love story. Prince had a song called The Greatest Romance That's Ever Been Sold. Okay. And I think that this qualifies. I really, really do. That dude 06 says, hey, Native Smokey and Tribe, happy Sunday to you in my Nesto voice. Okay. My Tai said, now it's clown love. Hey, let's talk about it all. Says she's going out to eat with a girlfriend of mine. Okay. Hey, enjoy. Enjoy the company. Enjoy the food. Okay. All right. Let's listen, y'all, to what Heckle and Jekyll got to say. We are picking up. If you all did not see what we did on last Thursday and you want to hear the commentary from last Thursday, you can go back to the channel and you'll see that thumbnail. Check that out. So we are on to part 2. All right. CJ said, Native, don't you do my best. Look, CJ, look, Prince said the greatest romance that's ever been. So I mean, this is a great romance, y'all. Look how they looking at each other. Look how they looking at each other, CJ. Huh? Look how they looking. You can't deny the look in their eyes. Look at that thing on the right side of the screen, CJ. Huh? Look at that thing on the right side of the screen, CJ, and tell me that she is not madly in love with that ninja right there with them 2 big glasses on the left side of the screen. Huh? You can't deny their love. You just can't. CJ. It's the greatest romance that's ever been sold. Ramaya Sharon is here. Says, hey, Native. Hey, hello, Ramaya Sharon. How are you? Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's get into the dumb shit. All right.
Ghetto situation at all. At all. Because most Walmarts is in, like, funky areas. This one right here is the only one that's not located in a funky area.
I'm gonna say she's incorrect about that. Now, trust me when I tell you that just about every city that you go into does have a ghetto Walmart, right? Every one of them, okay? And you want to know how you can tell the difference between a regular Walmart and a ghetto Walmart? The ghetto Walmart has the police. Regular Walmart has security. There's 2 big things. So if you go to the Walmart that's out in Alpharetta, very clean, very nice, and they have a security guard out there. He works security. Okay. When you go to the other Walmart on the other side of town, police, okay, be out there. All right. So I'm gonna disagree. I feel like Walmart, they put their stores in different communities in different places. So no, most Walmarts are not in ghetto areas like she wants to believe. Okay, which I'm awfully surprised that she's speaking this way about Walmart, considering that that's where she primarily shops. Just saying. Tell me that part. Tell me that part says the Walmart in Union City has the police. Right, they sure do. Look, go out to the one in Decatur, either one of them, because Memorial Drive has 2 Walmarts on it. So either one of those, you're gonna see DeKalb County cops like sitting outside to deter people from doing dumb stuff. Okay. Virtuous Center says all Walmarts are ghetto to me. To a certain extent, I understand that, Virtuous Center. I do. I do. It can get a little dicey, but some of them are different degrees of ghetto. Okay. My tie says mines has security. Exactly, my tie. That's how you know the difference, right? Pretty Frugal Diva said Union City got police, Peachtree City got security. Right. That's how you can tell. If the police are there, like when you pull up at Walmart, if there's a police car, then this is a rough one. This is a rough Walmart. But if all they got is the little security with the little yellow lights and they just ride around the parking lot, you're good. You're good. There's less likely a chance that some bullshit gonna happen. Okay. All right. Mata say I don't have police. There you go. There you go. Okay. My Reddit said, yes, indeed. Ghetto Walmart always has a police presence. I never go to our ghetto Walmart, right? Bayou Bruja says, you can tell the difference by the number of cosmetics, formula, and laundry detergent locked up. That's the other thing, Bayou Bruja. You're right. If the more stuff is locked up, okay? So if you walk past the police and you're still not positive whether or not this is a ghetto Walmart or not, just see how much stuff you can actually grab from the shelves and take to the register without needing to have it unlocked. It's a very good point by you, Bruja. Very good. Very good point. Indeed. Indeed. Say J says the couple's RV has the water leaking. The mom and son have issues as well. The mom talked about how the dealership tried to force her to get a $4,000 warranty. Both RVs are brand new. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's how brand new stuff works. It's always broken, right? Say J. Raydella Lewis is in the house, says hello, hello, hello. Miss Kim says her nose is really in the air for someone who's been in jail and for somebody that shits in the bag, Miss Kim. Okay. Hey, let's talk about it all. Says mine has security. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, security is there. Security. So you're good. You're good. Okay. Petty Patty says they're locking up detergent. Yes, they are. Because apparently people are going in and just putting the damn security, the detergent little packs, they're just putting them in their pocket and walking out because they don't need the container. Okay. That's what I'm saying. OG Lot Lizard says you can tell the difference if you see a 90-pound clown driving the ice cream truck. No 504 said before I started boycotting Walmart, the one in my area doesn't have the police. Right. Exactly. But that just in case, you ever wondering, well, is this a ghetto Walmart? Is the police there or is it security? That's the best way to tell you. Tell me that part says and picks up runny poop with a napkin. Yes. With a napkin, y'all, and gets shit under her fingernails. Yeah. Check out Legacy Moon's Friday night thing that we did, and she picked up some shit with a napkin and got shit under her fingernails. Just so you know.
It's right. It's a quarter of a mile from the ocean.
Oh, okay. Okay,
And
so yeah, I got a lake got that.
It's not a lake. It's the ocean. But I'm on the intercoastal, which is the body of water where they build houses in between the ocean and the land. And so it's called the intercoastal. So this at the back of the parking lot where the pickup is, so the pickup is right here, right? And then it's nothing but water. And it's like grass, tree areas. It looks like a baby park. And people fish. They're out here fishing. They got the chairs. They bring their little, it's like a hidden secret because, like I said, there's nobody out here. It's like 5 cars.
They got lights out there at night? Is it lit up? That's what I'm saying.
I leave around 11 o'clock, but I'm not going to come back here for a while because, I'll go to a spot for a couple of days and then I'll go somewhere different, So I'm going to stay a little south this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's another dock that I want to go to where they be having the food trucks and stuff like that. Like that other park that I go to, they have food trucks there on, I forget what day of the week. They have a big, it'd be like 10 or 15 food trucks parked in a half a circle, and then there'd be families and stuff, and you come out there with your boat. And then they move the food trucks. Monday they're here, Tuesday they're here, Wednesday, and they just go different areas, and it's just like a little baby carnival, I would say.
It's a baby carnival. Did y'all know? I don't know if y'all knew this or not, okay? I don't know if y'all knew this or not, or if y'all are learning things from Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III, but did you all know that food trucks moved? Huh? Were you all aware that food trucks did not stay in the same place? It's okay if you didn't. Okay, we're here to learn. All right. One of the things about the Native Tribe Urban Media Show is that we're here to learn things. Okay, we're here to learn. Did you all know? Now, Miss Kim, OG Lot Lizard, them folks. Did you know? Yes, sassy gal, they move. The food truck, which is a truck with food on it, right? Y'all, they move, sassy gal. They move, Dimples Wimples. Yes, they move. Sometimes they're one place, okay, and then sometimes the food truck will drive away to another fucking place, huh? Tell me that part says I didn't know they were a baby carnival. Y'all, this heifer is amazed by the most simple shit, right? My tie say, OMG, what a concept, right? Right? What a concept that they move. OG Lot Lizard says, nope, it's a baby carnival, like she said. Oh my God. Yeah, no, you didn't know it was a baby carnival, did you? Tell me that part. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Virtuous Center, they move. The trucks move. Okay. All right. And now Sassy Girl didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay. I thought food trucks were sitting still all the time. But apparently they move and have baby carnivals. Okay. Bayou Bruja says she don't answer his questions. Surely you should be able to see light posts in the parking lot. She's in the back of a Walmart, yo. She said it was like a hidden treasure. Okay. She said it's a hidden treasure back in the behind Walmart. Let me go over here on Memorial Drive to the Walmart and go in the back of it and see what hidden treasure is back there. Okay. Because I don't even think about going back there because, I don't usually hang out in the back of buildings, but I might go back there and find a baseball field or a baby carnival or who knows what's going on back there. Might be a little strip club back there. I don't know. You just never know what treasures you find behind buildings. You know what I mean? Ray Della Lewis said her eye movement is making me dizzy. Dion's Break says her facial expressions are very disturbing. They are indeed. Okay. Shirley's Divorce finally says this bird is living in the parking lot at a Walmart. She's crazy as hell. Listen, Shirley's Divorce finally. Not only does she live there during the day, at night she goes and stays with the other people. So she's homeless, but she lives with people. I don't know how in the hell that works. Okay. I don't know how that works, but she's homeless and lives with people at the same time. I don't get it. I just don't. But whatever. Okay. C. Penny she said it's a hidden secret right behind Walmart. It's a hidden secret back there. Okay. All right. Aunt Natty says she talking about been by the ocean and this man is in cell block C. Well, he better not ever go to cell block 1. That's all I know. Aunt Natty. Okay. But yes, she's amazed by the saddest shit. All right. Bayou Bruja says all you are going to find is someone illegally dumping their trash. Hey, look, Bayou Bruja. She said that there was a hidden treasure behind this Walmart. You never know what's behind Walmart, apparently. I'm just saying. I want to go discover things like Sonya did. Okay. Aquarius Bay says she's homeless and brainless. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Let's listen to some more.
So do your air is your air staying is your air conditioner staying on? Or you got your fan on? Which one is it?
My fan on right now. I got the fans on. I don't have the air on.
So you
Although
stick
this time of day, I normally do put the air on because it's the hot. I usually turn the air off around 5 o'clock when it starts to cool outside. But I just put the fans on right now, just to see what it do, if it's
Okay.
comfortable enough. But I'm gonna end up turning the air on just to like for a 2 hours. I'm gonna let the air run, and then once 5 o'clock comes, I'm gonna let it like die down. I'll go back to the windows and just get the breeze off the water. The other place I park at, I get a better breeze because I'm more on the water.
Oh,
It's
okay.
open too. It's open. It's no buildings and stuff. Like I'm around a lot of condos and apartment building here, and then it's DoubleTree right there. And then it's some condos over there, and it's a little tiki thingy, whatever, and then the bridge. Um, but it's. I mean, like you could go somewhere different every day and chill out during the day. You know,
Okay.
where I stay at, um, him and his girl was cooking, and I got him to cook. I was like, all right, I'll see y'all tonight because I always leave during the day, so I just don't want to. Even though I'm in the driveway, I don't want, I'm not in their space or whatever. And he called me like 5 minutes after I left and was like, Sister, why'd you leave? I'm like, oh, because, I don't want to just, I'm only here for nighttime parking. I'm not here to just be here during the day. And he was like, she about to cook and everything. And she's like, why did she leave? I'm like, I don't want to be at your house like that, even though I'm only outside. And I only needed the driveway at night for safety. That's all, I just needed the safety of it.
So let me get this straight. Y'all help me with this, okay? Because you know how y'all be helping me with stuff because sometimes native brain don't work the way it's supposed to, right? Y'all help me out with this, okay? You get an RV just so that you can live outside of somebody's house. Am I getting that right? Reefa Muff's mom, say Jay Blake, y'all help me out. Ducky Dexter, help me out, okay? Because sometimes I don't comprehend things, okay? All right. AK's F350 said that man has a girlfriend and they let Sonya live in the driveway, bum to the max. So, see, AK's F350, that's what I'm trying to understand, okay? You in somebody's driveway at night. You park in parking lots during the day and you're by DoubleTrees and condos. So you got an RV, not so you could see the world or see the country, but so you could see the outside of buildings. That's why you got an RV? Is that what RVs are for? Is that what they're for? Huh? Breezy B said, not somebody driveway, Lamont driveway. Well, Breezy B, she's supposed to be in Florida. Okay. I'm just saying, this Breezy B, this just don't make no sense to me. That you would go from living in an apartment to getting an RV just so you could hang outside of apartments and people's houses. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? I'm just saying. OG Lot Lizard says so she can see across the street. Okay, see that's what I'm saying. What's the point right now? You are behind a Walmart. You live in a van down by the river. Y'all remember Matt Foley? Y'all remember that Saturday Night Live? Because I live in a van down by the river. That's what she's decided to do. She lives in a van down by the river because she wants to be outside of somebody's house in a driveway. Not an RV park, right? Not somewhere scenic. She's behind Walmart because there's a DoubleTree and there are some condos nearby. And then at night she comes home and sits in these people's driveway. Does that make sense to anybody else? I'm just saying. Joseph Bullard, thank you so much for being here, sir. Says, what up, Native Tribe Urban Media, funniest podcast on YouTube. Thank you so much, Joseph Bullard. I'm glad that you find humor in this foolishness, okay? Thank you for being here, sir. I do appreciate that. Ducky Dexter says, Native, you know she's a bit on the special side. I know Ducky Dexter, but here's the thing. She said that apartment living was bum living. That's what she said. Okay, the little dude on the right side of the screen. That's what she said. She said that that was bum living. But now she sits outside of somebody's house and is in areas where there are condos and she parks behind a Walmart. I'm just trying to understand, ain't that kind of bummy? I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there, Ducky Dexter. I don't really understand. I don't get that. I just don't get that. Jay Blake says so she can sit and look out a window, right? That's what I'm saying. Kimmy K said none of this makes any sense. It doesn't. It absolutely does not. Mocha Pam in the house says hi, Native and Tribe and everyone. Hello, Mocha Pam. How are you? Bella says, so sorry I'm late for Strawberry Sunday. You are not late. You are present. Thank you so much for being here, Bella. I do appreciate that. AK's F350 says bum behavior. Doesn't it sound like bum behavior? But she said that people that get up every day in the same apartment, right, cook dinner in their kitchen in their apartment, eat the dinner, use their bathroom with running water in the apartment, and then go and, to their job or to their business or whatever they do and come back to that same apartment, AK's F350. She said that's bum living. Now, I can't make that make sense. And I'm having a hard time processing that because I would think that the bum behavior, as you've described it, AK's F350, would be hanging out in the back of fucking Walmart. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Ducky Dexter says in Lethal Weapon, at least Riggs lived on the beach. Right. Right, Ducky Dexter. Right. I just don't know. Mata said down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. 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 Say J said, begging Boneytail, she'll borrow anything you got. She don't care what. A shoe, a lamp, a 3-cent stamp, or a coffee pot. She don't care what you got. Begging Boney, we glad there aren't many like you. We are happy about that. We are. Mm-hmm. Yep. Breezy B said Wooden might have told her to leave Fulton, so this is how she think she's slick. I don't know what Wooden told her, but leaving Fulton County, she could have went to Gwinnett County. Okay, she could have she could have went to I don't know, Cobb County. Well, no, she was in Cobb. Well, see, she was in Cobb, so she could have went to Henry County. She could have went to Clayton County. She didn't have to get a whole RV. Okay, she overdoing it right now, right? Breezy B, as we would say, she doing too much, if that's the case. Okay, all right. Miss is Beautiful One says SNL. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mocha Pam said that sounds kind of weird. Indeed. The Black Girl Experience has joined us on this Sunday. Says Happy Sunday, Tribe. I was waiting for this. OMG, this whole live like a rug. She does. She really does. BN says he asked her, was there lights out there? She proceeded to say she leaves when it gets dark. The answer is no. There's no lights out there, which means the area isn't dedicated to homeless. Right. It's crazy that she would have to leave at a certain time. And not only BN does she have to leave at a certain time, but she has to she has to turn her air off. Now, for all you bums that are living in apartments and houses, okay, for all you bums, right? Sonya said y'all live in bum lives. So for all you bums that's out here like in your little fancy smancy apartments and houses and shit, paying mortgages and rent, what time y'all got to cut y'all air off? What time does the air cut off in y'all little bum ass apartments and y'all bum ass houses? What time y'all cut y'all air off? Because see, Ms. I'm not a bum on the right side of the screen. She said that she has to cut her air off at 5 o'clock. Y'all cut y'all air off at 5 o'clock? Huh? Huh? Do y'all cut y'all air off at, don't everybody answer at one time. All right. She said y'all bums, but she got to cut her air off at 5 o'clock. Deanne, what time you cut your air off? What time do you cut your air off, BN, and open up the windows and let the air come through? Huh? Huh? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. She called y'all on it. She called y'all on it. All right. AK's F350 says, so she apparently doesn't know what bum living is. Apparently not. Okay. Because I can't see how bum living, being in a stable environment where you have a working bathroom and you're not shitting in a bag. Let's not forget, y'all, that Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III, the Zesty Lil Dude on the right side of the screen, says that she shits in a bag. Okay? Okay. All right. So AK's F350, you're right. Okay? You're right. She doesn't know what bum living is. Okay? The Black Girl Experience says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, the Black Girl Experience. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you. OG Lock Lizard, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, we outside today. And she meant that shit. She sure did. We outside today and every day, over there sweating like a slave. Lord have mercy. Bella said, I'll be a bum then. Okay. Look, Bella, I'm a bum too. Okay. We all just bums over here. Siri Colette says, hey, Tribers. Hello, Siri Colette. Thank you so much for being here. Jay Blake says she's always hating on what she doesn't have, Native. Right? Well, I mean, that's true. That is true. She hates on what? Good relationships. She hates on marriage. She hates on blackness. She hates on common sense. So, Jay Blake, you're right. You are absolutely right. Ms. HLS says RV living is even bummer living. Right? I mean, the way she's doing it, right? The way she's doing it. You know what I mean? Some people, Ms. HLS, are doing it the right way. They got the money. They got the resources. They know how their RVs work. They don't have to call people that are incarcerated to help them hook up the shore power for the generator, right? So there are people that are doing it right, but the way this heifer right here doing it, ain't no way in hell I'm shitting in the bag. Nope, ain't gonna do it. Magic City's Finest says Sonya is completely ridiculous and silly as fuck. There is absolutely no way that I would have divulged any of this shit. Bullshit. My Tony 72 says, hi, Native and Tribe. She is living the sovereign way. It is. It absolutely is. It's ridiculous, right? The Black Girl Experience says she will say one thing and in the next sentence say a whole nother, like, bitch, are you fucking slow? Let's answer this question, the Black Girl Experience. She absolutely is, okay? She absolutely is, the Black Girl Experience. As a matter of fact, sometimes it's so amazing and so dumb, we have to congratulate her. That's a thing, okay? You are the dumbest, brokest bitch on the internet. Like, I cannot with this lady. She is slow, okay? She is slow. She's slow, okay? And she's a dumbass. Absolutely she is. Absolutely she is. Let's listen to some more, y'all, okay?
But at night. Of course, I paid
Okay,
them.
that's good.
I paid them to stay there. You know, I paid them good to stay there. So I don't want to. I didn't want to be in. Yeah, I would have went to an RV park if I wanted to just sit somewhere all day. You know, because my
Just
friend
so
was
you don't.
telling me, like, why don't you go to an RV park? I'm like, because I don't want to just. I would get an apartment if that was like to be just sitting in one spot. You know, and the RV parks here are $1,600.
1,600.
Add that to what I pay for the vehicle, I might as well just go have rent. So add
Yeah.
16 plus what I pay, plus, you know what I'm saying, insurance, gas. I might as well get back in an apartment.
So they charge 1,600 just for sitting in the lot. But that's with the water and the electricity hooked up. But you must be on the water doing that then.
No, this is not even on the water.
What?
No. So I paid $3. The park, electricity and
What?
water.
3 what? 100? Okay.
Hey, I'm only there at nighttime, so I only use the power at night. I don't use the power during the day because I'm not there. So I think that's a sweet deal because I'm only pushing their bill up maybe $50 a month.
How do you know that? How do you know that your fucking RV connected to their house is only pushing their power bill up $50 when you've only been there for a few days? You don't know how much their monthly bill is, and you don't know how much you're increasing it. But let's do the math, y'all. She spends $50 a day on gas, according to her, right? She does not let the thing go past half empty or whatever. She puts $50 a day. So, do I have mathematicians in the house? Are there any mathematicians in the building? Because you know your boy Native is good with the words, but your boy Native is not good with the numbers. So let me see if I have a handy dandy calculator available. Let me see. Because she said $50 a day. That's what we're supposed to believe is going into her gas tank. Now that's not including food. That's not including water. That's just the gas. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Let me. Why am I having a problem even finding a calculator on this thing? Let me see. So if we were to do the math, let me see, and we were to pull out our calculator, $50 times a 30-day, okay, that equals $1,500 that she's spending per month on a 30-day month, right? On just the gas to ride around. Okay. Then if you add in, I guess they're charging her what, $300 a month. Okay. Okay. If you add that in, guess how much that is? Now we're at $1,800 in a month. Okay. Now these people that she's talking about want $1,600 a month, and that is parking the vehicle, gas and water hookup, right? And it's $200 cheaper. Y'all see what kind of brainiac we're dealing with right now? Do y'all understand the level of dumb this is? The level of stupid this is. And that's if she's doing $50 a day. Okay. Chocolate drops I added 31 days. Okay. Okay. We can do that. I mean, that's gonna put us at 1850. All right. Let's talk about it all. Says she has no idea how much she asked those people. Not a clue. Not a freaking clue. Right? So Aquarius Bay says, yeah, $200 cheaper. It is $200 cheaper. And she's going to get her water and she's going to get her power hooked up. Here's why I think Sonia Waller Durham Jackson III doesn't want to do that. Here's why. I think she doesn't want to do that because she doesn't know how to hook the power up to the thing. And I think that like these RV parks, just they tell you to park and you do everything yourself. And I don't think that she's self-sufficient enough to know how to hook those things up to her RV. So she would rather be at these people's house, right? Plugged in. So the Black Girl Experience says, does she understand that he is clowning her? No, she does not. Look at her. Look at her, the Black Girl Experience. Look right here. She thinks that she is Shirley Chisholm right now. Okay. Not even Shirley Strawberry. She thinks she's Shirley Chisholm. Look at that look on her face. Look. That's that. I'm smart as hell. Look, that's what that look is right there. Okay. He's asking her questions that he knows the answers to, and she's lying, and he's literally laughing in her face. She is a dumb bird, a bald head one at that. Absolutely. But look at the look on her face, the Black Girl Experience. You can't tell her nothing right now. You can't tell her nothing right now. Sunflower Babe TT said she could park at the paid RV park and then drive her scooter around. She must be on the run. That's what I'm saying. Parking there would save her money on the gas that she's spending, right? Plus, she would have the electricity. She could run her air and she could cool off. She would have water so she could flush the toilet. All of these things are the amenities that you would get at the RV park. But she would rather say, I spend $50 a day riding around town, parking in people's driveway at night, giving them $300. $50 a day plus 300. We're at 18. Like Chocolate Drop said, 31 days. So we got like $1,800, right? A ridiculous amount of money. Absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, makes no sense. Makes no sense to me. Let's listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then I pay for internet.
So what
So
you gonna do when you bounce out? What you gonna do then?
so I'm leaving my car. So what I'm gonna do is just give them like $100 a month just to let my car sit there. Um, and then I'll come back. I'll be back in the winter because it's gonna be.
What?
I don't want to be cold in the winter.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I should have went somewhere else first and then came here because it's hot. You know. So
Hmm.
I should have went up north where it was cooler.
Not really.
I
It's
came
hot
back.
everywhere.
No, it's not. It's like 50 degrees in Cleveland.
Where my Cleveland people at? My Cleveland people, can we verify that it was 50 degrees on May 26th? 50 degrees? Was it that cold up there, y'all? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm in Atlanta. I don't know. But that don't seem right, but whatever. Okay. Mr. Old School says you cannot plug in the shore power unless you have a special connector. A regular home would not have that connection. So, Mr. Old School, are you insinuating that Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III is jumping out of the RV when she parks in their driveway and is actually sleeping in these people's house? Because that's what it would sound like to me. That she is actually not sleeping in the RV at night, because I think that that is a very good point. Okay. Um, that is a very, very, very good point. Um, Leo Lady 251 says it was cold in Detroit on that date. Virtuous Center says it was 65 degrees. Okay. OG Lot Lizard says it was not. Okay. So 50 degrees. I don't know. That just didn't ring true to me. I don't know. Sherry with the Y said it was 50 in Detroit. Okay, but what about Cleveland? What about Cleveland? I'm in Michigan and it was cold here, upper 50. So Michigan, I got you. I got all my Michiganders. Is that what y'all call it? I got all my Michigan people, right? Chiming in with 50 degrees. Gotcha. But was it 50 degrees in Cleveland? Because she said in Cleveland it was 50 degrees. I'm just saying she lies so much. Sensible Creation Sister says, "Hey y'all, hello Sensible Creation Sisters. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate that."
60 degrees in Detroit, Cleveland, or I could have went like to Washington or somewhere up there. I could do it. I just have to. It's gonna be like a slow. I'm trying to stay close to where you are at the same time, not too far. But I can always fly if I need to. I can always fly. You know, so that's no thing. I could always park it and get on the jump on the plane. You know, if I need to be. You know, in Georgia.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. You lived in Atlanta. This is the part, y'all. I mean, we could. You lived in Atlanta where he is, right? You are in your RV riding around for no reason, shitting in bags, right? Okay. Now you're saying that you will pay for an airline ticket. You will buy a flight to come back to Atlanta, the place where you were living, so that you can go to court for Nesto. That's what you're saying. You'll park your RV and pay for parking, right? So that she can fly back to the place where she lived and had housing, right? Ms. Lady, I'm agree with you, right? I'm gonna agree with you so much. She is trying too hard to impress his broke. But I mean, I never seen nothing like this. I just ain't never seen nothing like this. Sensible Creation Sister says not itching a bag. That's what she do. She said she shits in a bag. I'm just saying. Salt and Pepper Trust says, girl, you can drive to Alaska and back 10 times before Nesto get out. I'm going to say 20. I'm going to say 20. Okay. Deanne has verified that it was 65 degrees in Cleveland. Okay. So Justin's mom and the rest of my Michiganders, thank you so much for letting me know that's what that word is. It might have been 50 there, but in Cleveland, it was 65 degrees. I don't know why she lies so much. These are unnecessary lies. These aren't even lies to save your life. These are unnecessary lies that she is telling. I'm just saying. Muffin 218 says she is moving her stuff back to Florida. She's back to her stomping grounds. Okay. I mean, that's a possibility too. Joseph Bullet says she got money for a flight, but no inverter. Right. Right. And AK's F350 said it's too hot to be in any vehicle with no AC on. She's too cheap to run the air, but she can buy plane tickets. That's what I'm saying, AK's F350. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Just looking says hilarious. She is batshit crazy. She absolutely is. She absolutely is. I mean, I'm just saying. Sage said, look at the tooth peeking through her smile. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Deanne says, whose trash is she dumping that poop in? I don't know. But it's Look at here. Drea from the Boot has become a member. Thank you so much, Drea from the Boot, for becoming a member. I do appreciate that. Y'all, we got a new member in the house. It is Drea from the Boot. Thank you so much for joining the tribe, Drea from the Boot. Now, we don't have a lot of rules around here, okay? But one rule that we do have is if you are going to come in and put your feet up, just take your shoes off first. That's all I ask. But everybody, welcome our newest member, Drea from the Boot. All right, y'all. OG Lot Lizard says, I thought she hated Florida. She said that it was the worst place for business for a woman. That's what she said. That is what she said. Okay. No 504 says she catfished Nesto. She catfished all of us. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. She catfished all of us. My goodness. My goodness. Oh yeah, AK's F350. Yeah, we at the motherland. That's where the tribe started. You know, that's where we started at. Okay. You get me says she probably dumps it in the water at Walmart. Chocolate Drop said, "Is that you, Native?" No, it is not me. No, that is not me. No. 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 Now, if it was me, you would know it was me, Chocolate Drop. Kingdom of Kush said, why did she buy the 1999 Mini Cooper? I don't know. I don't know why she did that. None of this makes sense, Kingdom of Kush. It doesn't. It does not. GC says, Native, I know that's you. It's not me. I promise y'all that's not me. I don't know why y'all insist that that's me. I don't know. But every time I play that, somebody says, I know that's you, Native. It's not me. I promise y'all it's not me. I would tell you. I promise it's not. Delicate Dale says paying for storage monthly. That too. Add that to the rest of her, her expenses, right? Sage said, look at the look at the tooth. Okay. Sassy Girl says the fact that someone supports this mental madness is crazy work, right? I'm just saying. It's Look. Miss Lady said, no way I would let my mama do some ish like this. No way in the hell. No way in the hell. I would take my mama keys. Like, for real. Mary Willis, no, that's not me. Okay. JMM55 says she sure did catfish Nesto. She's hiding and holding that money from Nesto. She wants others to pay his legal fees. Side chick is a little slick. Yeah, I mean, all of this money, like Nesto is, trust me when I tell you, Nesto is pocket watching. He is keeping track of everything she's spending because that money could be going towards him. That is why earlier in this call, he told her to take that thing back. He said, go on, take that thing back. That's what he meant. That money could be going towards me. Okay? I'm just saying. CJ said that tooth is saying hello. Lord CJ. Ain't it though? Ain't it though? Us, as in we seniors need love too, says, hey, Native and Tribe, happy Sunday. Just got in from church, ready for the shenanigans. Well, thank you so much for being here. Us seniors need love too. I do appreciate that. But us seniors need love too. We're going to get into the shenanigans. Let's listen to some more.
All right, then. So you ain't got no Wi-Fi, nothing out there where you at. You just using your phone.
I got 3 phones.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I got 3 phones. So
You got a TV on that thing? You got a TV?
I got an LG TV, smart TV with surround sound. It'd be like a theater in here. I'm telling you. And then when I'm not at the house, because I got internet when I get to the house. When I pull up, the internet hits my TV. I just use one of my phones for a hotspot. But I'm going to. I said I'm going to next month go and get a little, what do you call it? A SIM card. Because I'm Wi-Fi wired. So all I gotta do is get a SIM card and put it in, and then I'll have Wi-Fi in my vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll have everything in here. You know, everything. So my bed is cool.
You got your when you gonna hook up your cameras?
Okay, so I'm doing that next month, which is next week. Next week, I'm waiting for my boy to come down. He's an IP guy. He's a hacker and all that type of stuff. You know, I do all kind of whatever. So I'm gonna have him do my cameras because they're getting the keys to another club, and he's got to come down and do some things for the club. So I'm gonna have him do my cameras for me, and then I'll have the SIM card. So I'm gonna get the SIM card, and then I'll get the camera, and then I'll be able to leave it. So I don't leave the vehicle. You know, I'll go inside the store, but I don't jump in my car and leave the vehicle at the house. I don't do that. So it's never sitting.
Y'all help me out with the SIM card shit, okay? Can y'all help me out with the SIM card? I don't understand the SIM card. Can anybody explain this to me? Because it's confusing to me. I ain't never been an RV person, obviously, right? So I don't understand the SIM card. Can anybody tell me? Because every time she says that, I'm thinking to myself, what's up with the SIM card? My RV experts out there, all right? Does anybody understand how the SIM card gets her? Hold on. Love to Travel says, why would you say someone's a hacker and my boy? What grown adult talks like this? Like, thing is, Love to Travel. She's trying to let Nesto know that it's platonic when she says that, right? Because she don't want Nesto to think that she's messing with this dude when obviously she's messing with this dude, right? So that's why she says that. Why she would say he's a hacker when hacking is illegal, I don't know. Why she thinks that a hacker needs to install cameras in her RV slash motorhome slash trailer slash camper. I don't know why she thinks that an IT person needs to do that. When most cameras are weatherproof and most cameras are wireless, right? You can get a wireless security system for your camper slash trailer slash RV, right? Very simple to install. It takes minutes. I did it myself. I understand how all that stuff works, right? Why she needs somebody to come down to do that, who the fuck knows, right? I just don't understand the SIM card part. You're right, love to travel. Grown folks don't really talk like this, but um, I don't know. CJ says she lying there. I know, but why that lie though? Okay. Allegedly in Harmon says SIM card for her internet. Right, but where does it go? Allegedly in Harmon. In what? Is she inserting a SIM card into? What is the thing? What is the thing? Mary Willis says, sorry, native. I am in a home. I am a bum. That is what Sonya has labeled you, Mary Willis. And I'm sorry that you got that label from Sonya, who is an expert at living behind a Walmart. Okay. At staying behind the Walmart during the day, Mary Willis, and you don't have the privilege to move your home behind a Walmart, okay, to roast marshmallows on a stick over a barrel full of fire, Mary Willis. Sorry. Okay? I'm sorry about that. But Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III gets to put all kind of things on a stick and put them over the fire. She can do hot dogs. Okay. She can throw a piece of chicken. Okay. She can put some s'mores out there, Mary Willis. Huh? Can you move your home behind Walmart and make s'mores, Mary Willis? I'm just asking. Because if you cannot, you are living a bum life. According to Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. That's what she said. Okay? Now, the Black Girl Experience said that whole is a lie. What SIM card can you plug into a phone to get Wi-Fi for the RV? She's the only person I know that bought a beat-down retard bus and calling the RV girl is lying and you have nothing. Look, I don't know where the SIM card goes, the Black Girl Experience. That's my question. I don't understand. I really don't get that at all. And I'm good with technology, and that the SIM card confuses me. Okay. Real said the SIM card is for the camera security system. I think that's not what she said though, Real. What she said was that in order for her to get internet in the RV, she needs to buy a SIM card. That's fucking my head up. I don't understand that. It just doesn't make any sense. Petty Patty says Sonya's on a recorded jail call talking about getting illegal hookups to her van down by the river. She says all types of shit on a recorded call. Petty Patty. Sassy Girl says computer hacker. Woo, the folks she surrounds herself with. Right. That's her boy though. That's her boy. AK's F350 said the SIM is for the cell phone. Okay, so AK's F350. SIM card for cell phone. I understand that. How does that get Wi-Fi in the RV when she said that she's already using her phone as a hotspot in the RV when she's away from these people's house that she lives with? That's where I'm having a problem. That is where I am having a problem. Okay? The woman she chose says she thinks a hacker is impressive to Nesto. She does. She absolutely does. She thinks that that's, he's a hacker. He's a hacker. Anyway, Chocolate Drop says my husband did ours. Yeah, I mean it's not difficult, but she got to have a whole IT guy come down and do it for her. Ms. Lady said, let me impress the criminal by letting him know that I know other criminals. Correct. OG Lot Lizard says a SIM card about is $30 at the most. Why does it take a month for her to buy it? I don't know. Could it be because Aunt Natty says she got no money? SSI don't pay that much. Maybe that's why. Facts to Feathers, Driveway Surfer says, does she need the SIM for the hotspot? She said that she already uses her phone as a hotspot. She said that in order for her to get internet in the RV, she has to buy a SIM card. So she's saying two different things. She said that right now, the way she's getting internet is that her phone is a hotspot. But the RV is Wi-Fi ready, and in order to get the Wi-Fi to work in the RV, she needs a SIM card. I'm confused. Okay. Decky Dexter says, my daughter just walked in and said, who's that talking? Her voice is annoying. Mr. Old School said, most RVs use satellite. SIM card equals phone hotspot. Best I could do. I don't know. I just don't know. I really don't. Look, the Black Girl Experience says, "Hey tribe, I'm back. I forgot to say I just took a bum ass shower in my bum ass apartment with my bum ass air conditioner on, but I'm back now, y'all." Look, the Black Girl Experience. What time do you have to cut your air off though? What time do you have to cut the air off so that the breeze can flow through when you open the window? Huh? What time? Black Girl Experience. What time you got to cut it off? Because see, Sonya cuts hers off at 5 o'clock. What time do you cut your bum ass air off? Okay, here we go. Kingdom of Kush says you can put a SIM card in an RV if you have a router that uses cellular data for internet. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, Kingdom of Kush, thank you for that explanation. Okay, I do appreciate that. So that explanation makes sense to me. That if the router has a SIM card that you put that in for the cellular data, so she needs to get a SIM card from her cellular provider for the router in the RV. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Because my brain was starting to hurt. Okay. My brain was starting to hurt. It really, really was. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So Kingdom of Chris said you need a 4G or a 5G router. Okay. So right now, I'm assuming that what she's saying is that the camper came with that router and that she needs to put a SIM card in it. Okay. All right. That answers my question. Shit. Because I was confused as hell. Thank you, Kingdom of Kush, for that explanation.
The longest is when I go to the gym, because I take it to the gym too, you know?
So you got that thing on your phone? A tracker on your phone?
So what I do
To
is
your vehicle?
I leave one of my phones in the vehicle and I got a tracker on the phone.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, I got a tracker on the phone. So I had the phone in the vehicle. And then I got a tracker on the phone. So it'll track the vehicle that way.
Okay. All right then.
Everything that's worth some money is in storage. I don't keep anything valuable in here. I have one bag in here, and I take that with me with my computer. I don't. All my personal stuff is in storage. All my watches are in storage. Everything that's worth money is in storage. So if anything happens, if they kick in the door over here, they're not gonna rob. They're just gonna break my door.
Okay, so you documenting all this, your travels and all that. Are you taking pictures and are you putting this thing together for you? Not like them other people just be out here trying to keep it out of memory.
Right. So yeah, I'm doing that this week. I said I was going to do it this week. Once I got finished doing everything, then I was going to start doing that stuff. So I think I'm all the way together right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm like, isn't that the cab is so hot? Even when it's not even on, it's like a furnace up there.
Because
oh my God, you see.
That's because they didn't put that. You got to get up there. No,
I don't know what it is. It just feels like the motor is on.
It's because they didn't spray it. Is it white up there? You got to see, is it white up there? Is it white? Have you ever been on top of the roof? All right, so it's got to be. It's white. Is it white? Oh, that's why. So it is track heat, black track heat. So you got to get up there.
No, it's white up there. It's white.
Is it white? All right, so you got this other stuff you put up on top of it. It's like reflection paint, and it reflects like a mirror to put the sun somewhere else. It cools it down.
I'm gonna get that.
All right, then on top of that is you got to keep it in the shade. You can't sit out there in the middle of the wherever you at.
I gotta be in the sun because I gotta get my solar. Gotta get that.
But you don't need no solar. What you need a solar for?
I don't know.
You can run a generator right now and then.
All right. Where do we even start with this conversation? Okay, first of all, your boyfriend is laughing at you, Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. Your boyfriend thinks that you're hilarious because you don't understand that you don't have to be in direct sun in order for solar things to work. You don't have to be in direct sunlight in order for things that are connected to solar to work. And your boyfriend knows this. Now, the sad part, Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III, is that your boyfriend is not the brightest bulb in the drawer, right? Your boyfriend is not the sharpest knife. He's not the brightest crayon. But even your boyfriend knows that you don't need direct sunlight in order for things that are solar powered to work. It doesn't work like that, right? It just doesn't work like that. So, right, look, Bian says she's clueless and he's cracking up. She has no idea how any of this stuff works. Ducky Dexter says, girl, you cannot be this stupid. Oh, but she can, Ducky Dexter. She can. She don't know that you don't have to be like the way that the sun works, right? Is that the sun emits rays and it emits these things. And so things that are solar power pick up on these things because it's solar power, not sunlight power. If it were sunlight power, you would need to be in direct sunlight, but it's solar power. It's working off those rays that the sun emits. So me not being the most scientific person in the world, even I know that. And even Nesto knows that. And Ernesto is trying to tell her that you don't have to be in the direct sun. Otherwise, you're going to bake in that damn can that you're in. Nesto is trying to tell her that if it gets too hot, there's something that you can put on top of the RV that would reflect the sunlight, which is causing you to be hot. But her response is that she needs to be in the direct sun in order for her solar power to work. This heifer is dumb as fuck, y'all. Dumb as fuck. She is. Black but not bitter says, so the storage is empty. So it would seem. So it would seem. Rhea Sun says she's paying $50 a day to park at her friend's house, but it's $30 a day to park at the RV park that has electric hookups, no need to run generators, security, and bathhouses. Rhea Sun, this heifer don't know what she's doing. Okay? She obviously doesn't know math. Okay? Virtuous Sinner said he is so totally laughing at her. Not with her, at her, Virtuous Sinner. Absolutely. Absolutely. Leanne says, but he know RVs for sure. Nesto thinks she's going to harm herself, and he's right. It's sad because, like I said, anytime Ernesto is the smartest person on the phone, you in trouble. You are in trouble, right? You are in trouble if Ernesto is the smartest one in the conversation. All right? Because there's two things that we know about Nesto, right? He's not smart, and so he is a liar as well, and he's also not very smart. So when Ernesto is the smartest, most reasonable sounding person on the call, you are in some serious shit. Let's just be real about that. Okay? Let's just be real. And right now, Ernesto is making sense. It's making sense. Allegedly, in Harmon said, was that V voice? No, it was not. Y'all got me dancing by the fire. Y'all got V saying Nesto's like, no, that was not V. No, absolutely not. Joseph Bullitt said, these two degenerates really deserve each other. So glad Shirley Strawberry got away. I am too. CJ said, that's why I'm saying she is watching YouTube van life channels and just winging it. Absolutely. EK said, I thought she did her research. You would think, right? That she did some research. The same way that she was a paralegal, the same way that she was a corrections officer, the same way that she ran the back room of the strip club, the same way that she did all the other fake shit, right? This is the newest fake shit. Okay? This is the new fake shit. Ducky Dexter says Nesto thinks she's dumb. He's so not impressed anymore. He wants to take his Mother's Day song back. Hey, Ducky Dexter, do you think that when he is sentenced to prison, that he gonna have that little dude come by and sing "End of the Road"? Since little dude like to sing Boys to Men songs, do you think that "End of the Road" will be the next song that is sung to Sonya? Although we come to the end of the road. All right, all right, all right. Oh my. Oh my. Dr. Charles, thank you so much for being here today. Says happy Sunday, everyone. Social wife Melissa says now she did 7 years of research. I can't tell. Chocolate Drop says Sonya needs a therapist for real. Absolutely. Absolutely. Linda is here and says she is like Christopher Cross song Run Like the Wind. Now you got I forgot the words of that song. Such a long way to go. Yeah, that's a good song, Linda. Thank you for bringing that up. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Long way to run to the border of Mexico. Yes. Hey, Linda, did you know that is Michael McDonald on the chorus of that song? Yes, that is Michael McDonald. Him and Christopher Cross were good friends. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mary Willis says, "Thank God, Shirley Strawberry." I know. Look, if I was Shirley Strawberry, I would be cracking up right now, like for real. Let's listen.
Then when you get back to the house, plug it up. But you don't want to sit up in there and burn up and suffocate yourself to death. That shit would drain you. And you don't even drink no. Yeah, you don't even like drinking water, so you're gonna pass out.
Let me see if there are any trees around here. No, they're little.
Yeah, so that's what's going on.
No, it's no serious shade over here. Not for me. I'm too big.
Yeah, so all that you trying to eat and all that stuff gonna disappear in a minute. You're gonna sweat that off.
So I went and bought a lot of fruit. I bought some apples, some grapes.
Before she lists all the fruit, right? Tell me, does this make sense? Ernesto said, you don't drink water. You out here sweating to death. First of all, he said you're gonna suffocate to death. Okay. I'm not even finna go there. All right. I'm not even finna go there with suffocate to death. Okay. Look, y'all. I'm not going to go there, Dr. Charles, with suffocate to death. Okay. All right. Not doing that. Not doing suffocate to death. No, we're not doing that. All right. Great song, Linda. Absolutely great song. I love that song. Sonya's annoying sheep laugh says, Native, time I super chat, you have to make the sound of my name. I don't know why you got to be so mean to her, Sonya's annoying sheep laugh. Why must you make her self-conscious about the way that she laughs at shit? Where you going now in your trailer today? Thank you so much for the super chat, Sonya's annoying sheep laugh. Thank you. August Lady says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, August Lady. How are you? OG Lot Lizard says, I feel sorry for Sonya. I'm over it. Back to my bum ass house. Yeah. Your bum house with all your bum running water, right? And probably OG Lot Lizard, you probably got some bum toilets that flush, right? Jay Blake said that was funny as hell. Yeah. So she got some fruit, right? Deanne says she never mentions water, says she purchased fruit, then proceeds to talking craving ice cream. So she bought some fruit, right? To compensate for the sweat that's leaving her body. Instead of just drinking some water, as the inmate on the left side of the screen has suggested, okay? Her logic is that I bought some fruit. That's what she said. That what she said, Deanne. I don't get it. That what she said. Social wife Melissa says she doesn't drink water, which we require, but she's trying to wean Nesto off his meds. Make it make sense. This girl definitely needs a caregiver. Dimples Wimple said, "Ooh, look at this screen, this still shot. Look, Dimples Wimples, getting screenshots from her is so easy. It is so easy. It really is. It's so doggone easy. Look at her. Look at her." West Side Story said, "Hello, Native and Tribe and Mods. Hello, West Side Story. How are you?" Chi-Town CPA says, "Not Native, not to correct your grammar, but it's pronounced splode." Okay, my bad. My bad. My bad. Sometimes I delve over into proper English. Okay, Chi-Town CPA. So please forgive me for not saying splode. Okay. All right. My bad. Sorry. West Side Story say, "Is she on drugs?" That's a good question. That is a good question. Gabby Girl is here. Says, "Hi, I just got in from church, starting dinner, but I'm listening. Thank you so much for listening. I do appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you." Delicate Dale says, "It looks like she's melting." It really does. Look at her cheeks, y'all. I have been looking at her cheeks this entire time as she's talking, and it looks like she is wasting away. I ain't gonna lie. She already don't weigh nothing. She already shits everything out as soon as it hits her tongue. Um, and she's sweating a lot, right? So it looks like she is wasting away. If you look at the way her cheekbones are kind of like a little bit more exposed, I was trying to see, was that the sun reflecting? But then if you look on the other side where there's no sun, it still looks like her cheekbones are really like shrinking into her face. So Delicate Dale, you're right. It does look like that. It really does. And I don't, and again, what is she getting out of this? I have no idea. Ms. Lady said, "I actually said pattern and caught myself." Please do not let these people get to you like that. Okay. Walk around here sounding crazy, okay? Joseph Bullet says, "I can use her screenshot and cancel my ADT security services for my home." Oh my God. Sunflower Babe TT says, "Yes, I've been saying her cheeks look sunken. I wonder how much she weighs now." Yeah, I mean, look, if you look right here, like, yes, the sun is on one side of her face, but if you look on the side where the sun is not reflecting off her face, it does look like her face is sunken in. It does. It really does. Delicate Dale says she's 80% CMOS. That's what she said. Joseph Bullet said, "From all that sucking at the truck stop." Joseph Bullet, you know what I'm gonna do for you? Joseph Bullet, I'm gonna open up the furnace. Okay. I ain't putting nobody in the furnace in a couple weeks now, Joseph Bullet. But guess what, Joseph Bullet? Joseph Bullet is down at the furnace, y'all. Okay, so if y'all looking for Joseph Bullet, that's where he is. He's at the furnace. Okay, all right. He ain't been there in a minute, but he's there today. All right. First day of June, we have opened the furnace back up, and Joseph Bullet is there right now. Okay. So if y'all looking for him, that's where he is. Okay. Tanya B here says it's very obvious she doesn't take care of herself. She really does not. Not at all. Not at all. Aquarius Bay says she's pale and losing weight because she's not healthy. I looked at her complexion too, right? So even though the light is not good on Nesto's side of the screen, I did look over at her. And if you look at these two screenshots, right, she does look pale. So that's a very good observation, Aquarius Bay. She does look pale and she does look like she is freaking starving. And it's not healthy at all. It is not healthy at all. Dr. Charles says she is decomposing, decompensating before our very eyes, and all we can do is watch. Where are her kids? According to her, they're calling her every day or every other day. According to her, Tomas calls her every other day, and Sydney calls her daily. So I don't know what they're telling her when they call, but yeah, she looks bad. Shirley's divorce finally says Sonya looks bad. She's sweating in the RV, losing more weight. She don't eat right. She needs to go get help. And here's the thing, Shirley's divorce finally. That's the reason why I don't understand the whole working out thing, because she's working out allegedly, and she's not eating properly, and she's sweating in the RV every day. Where is the nutrition? Where is the energy coming from? When you're working out, that's when you need to be putting things into your body. So I don't understand the working out thing. I think that's a lie. I think that's a lie that she's telling. But because I just don't understand. When you go to the gym on an empty stomach, that's one of the worst things you can do, especially if you are working hard. You know, if you're sweating, if you're doing, and you ain't got nothing in you, that's bad. So I don't understand any of that. I really don't. I really don't. Aquarius Bay said, Native, I thought you retired the furnace. No, Aquarius Bay, I didn't retire the furnace. I just haven't put anybody down there. Okay. Joseph Bullard. Joseph Bullard opened it up. Okay. But no, the fire, the furnace is still there. Okay. OG Lot Lizard says the energy is in her bottom lip. Mm-hmm. Dr. Charles says decompensation is mental, physical breakdown. Got you, Dr. Charles. Got you. Yes, that is absolutely happening to somebody. Now, think about it like this, Dr. Charles. This is happening to a person who was already not physically, mentally stable, right? Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III has a lot of things going on with her that are untreated trauma. She's got all kind of stuff happening. So now she's put herself in this position where she was already not taking care of herself physically. She was already needing help mentally. And now this is exasperating that and making it happen probably even worse, or even at a faster rate. So all of that's happening, Dr. Charles. I don't know why. I don't know why. Ms. Lady says, I'm confused. Is she trying to impress him or show him she's willing to rough it up and do the time with him? I don't know, Ms. Lady. That's the question. I don't know. GC says, where's her makeup? The honeymoon is over. Look at how he's looking at her. Yeah, she looked bad. She looked bad. She looked bad. Ooh-wee. GC, what you think that odor is like in that RV? What you think it smelled like when you open up the door? She talking about if somebody kick in the door, they just gonna break her door. No, they gonna break their ass to get away from that shit. They gonna break the speed record for getting out away if they break down her door, because it cannot smell good in this RV / camper / trailer. It just can't. Okay. Mary Willis says she really looks sick. She does. She really does. Absolutely, she does. But let's listen to what she gonna say now, because she's very entertaining.
Stuff like that. I went and bought some stuff. That's like cooling, not too hot of a feeling. I need some ice cream.
Ice cream.
Oh
That's
my
not
God.
gonna cool.
I was fiending for that. Oh my God. So it's this drink that they have at this restaurant down. So good. It's like a fruit slushy. Mango. So good. It's so good because it's so freaking hot.
Well,
So hot.
so how long you gonna stay down there in the heat? How long you gonna sit there and suffer down there?
Well, so I said July was gonna be when I got on the road and did the road trip. July. So I gotta be up top by August. I have some R&B concerts to go to in Detroit. So I gotta be up top. So it's gonna be a slow travel because I'm not doing no like I did trying to drive like a straight drive. I'm not doing that. It's gonna be.
Hold on, y'all. Where my Michigan people at? Where are my Michiganders? Justin's mom, all y'all up there in Michigan. Sonya is she putting the show on the road. She says she got some shows to go to. Okay? So all my Michigan people, all my Detroit people, y'all be on the lookout for Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III in her shit wagon. Okay? Because her and her shit wagon are coming to Detroit. Okay? They are coming to Detroit. So go on, get your little autograph pads ready, for you to sign, for her to sign some autographs for you. Now, if you give her your pen, you might want to let her keep it because we don't know where her fingers have been. Okay, but Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III is coming to Detroit, y'all. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. What y'all gonna do then? What are y'all gonna do then when she hop up in your city to come to the R&B concerts? What y'all gonna do? Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, Tanya be here. The shit wagon is coming. Chocolate Drop said coming to a toilet near you. I am unique, said Nader. She can't afford enough gas to get to Detroit. Listen, I am unique. I'm just going by what she just said. She said that she got some R&B concerts to go to, and she is coming to Detroit. Huh? Mm-hmm. What you think? What y'all gonna do? Now, here's one thing about this still shot right here, right? Look at her cheeks now. Like look at her face now. And if you look, like her face, it is really sinking in. It really is. She really, really, really needs to get some nutrition going on. JMM55 says Detroit here. I hope I don't run into that hen. I saw someone that looked similar last week, but the lady had a short wig on. I did a double take. Yeah, she coming. JMM55. She is coming. Okay. All right. All I'm saying is that just get ready for Sonya and get ready for the shit wagon. Okay, if you see something coming down the street and it's kind of raggedy and it's smelly, that's her. That is her. Since Isn't Common is here and says she's probably planning on attending the outdoor concert series at the Aretha. Probably so. Probably so. Donna Michi the RN says, "Good Sunday, end of a wonderful birthday weekend." Donna Michi the RN, it was your birthday. Donna Misha Darian, I hope you had a great birthday. Okay. Hope you enjoyed yourself. But thank you for being here, Donna Misha Darian. I do appreciate that. Mary Willis says, so true. Her face is telling the story. Right. Right. Muffin 218. Muffin 218 said, just look at the flock of flies. Yeah, look for the flock of flies. That's where you'll see her. Because the flies are going to follow. You know why I'm Muffin 218? Because flies love shit. They do. They really, really do. Victoria says, doesn't she have a stove? Better get back to the Alfredo. At least she was maintaining the little weight she had. She does have a stove. I don't know what all works in there, though. Like, I don't know if it's electric, then she's got problems. Because obviously, she doesn't know how her electric works, and she doesn't know how the generator works. So she's going to have some issues. She is going to have an issues. JMM55 says she's probably talking about the summer concerts at the Aretha Franklin Outdoor Park, formerly Shane Park. She can't park that box down there, though. Well, I mean, she coming, JMM55. So you might want to let the officials in Detroit know that she is coming. Sassy Sue says, wow, I'm super late. You are not super late. You are super here. Thank you so much for being here, Sassy Sue. All right. So she is letting y'all know that she is on the road and she is coming to some R&B concerts. Okay? Y'all be on the lookout. Sassy Gal says, dang, my daughter interrupted my video. My whole house know better. Indeed. All right, y'all. All right. Okay. All right. So are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for Sonya and the shitbox to come to y'all city? Because she coming. All right. Whether y'all are ready or not, she's coming. All right. Dang it. Y'all better just roll out the red carpet because she coming. All right. Let's listen.
Be okay. A little city. You know what I'm saying? One night here, one night there, one night. I'm just gonna do city to city, like one night, and just do it like that. And it might take me a week or 2 weeks to get where I'm going, but it's gonna be like a flow. But I'm gonna do it in July because I need to be there by August. So June, I'm gonna call my friend. I was supposed to go to her party today. I'm told I can't really do it. She's having a Memorial Day party. I think it's at the beach.
You can't do it in the sun.
Do the sun. I told her that too. I said I can't do the sun. I can come out after 5. I told her that sun is not my friend anymore. She's like, what is that?
Yeah, the sun is free. You just got to drink some water. You're not drinking nothing. You scared of it? Hey,
I bought
I
3
just
gallons
asked.
of water today. Look, I bought 3 gallons of water today. I'm gonna put it in the it's spring water. So I put 3 gallons of spring water in my tank. Right?
Wait a minute. You did what?
I put spring water in my tank. I don't put faucet or garden water in the tank. I put spring water in the tank.
Oh, okay.
I only use it for like my hairs and I brush my teeth. I don't bathe in it. So,
Oh, okay.
although I could, right? That would be better for my skin. But it's not strong enough to wash my hair with it. That's the only thing. I
Okay.
guess it could. I don't know. I don't have nothing in my hair but a little gel, so it could wash it. I guess I don't have all that product in it.
Oh, okay. Do you think you should have stayed over there at your friend's house with it plugged up? They should be cool.
No, it's boring. I don't want to just sit in that damn driveway. And then
Oh,
what you? You know what I'm saying? I don't mind find a little because I'm not in the sun. It's hot, but I'm not in the sun. I bought a chair to sit outside with, so when it get cool, I'm gonna start sitting outside. And then I got the fan blowing on me. I swear I'm getting a jet ski. I swear I'm getting a jet ski.
to do what? You can't hold it up.
Thank you, Nesto. Thank you, Nesto. Listen. Okay, here we go. All right. See, y'all are really showing out today. All right. I just want to let y'all know y'all are showing out. Now, Joseph Bullard is in the furnace. Okay. The furnace is open. But I just wanted you all to know y'all are showing out. Okay. I've been reading these comments and y'all are showing the fuck out today. Okay. And this is where it started. Let me show y'all the comment. Hold on. Let me see. Where is it at? Hold on. Wait. Where did it go? Shirley's divorce finally says nothing work in that RV. She can't afford to operate nothing in the RV. Right. She can't afford water. Now, here's the thing. She said that she don't bathe in the spring water. So you get me kind of like was reading my mind. Well, where the hell is she bathing at then? Like she said that the spring water, y'all make this make sense, okay? The spring water she's putting into the RV, right? Mr. Old School, maybe you can help me if you're still there, sir. She said that she only washes her hands and brushes her teeth. Where is she why is the spring water so offensive to her that she can't take a bath? She didn't say where she bathes at. She said that she brushes her teeth with the wash rag, right? And she washes her hands. We ain't talked about no bath. We ain't talked about no flushing toilets. Okay. So is the spring water so offensive to her pristine skin that she can't bathe in it, y'all? Where is she taking a bath at? We ain't even talk about bath. Okay. Chocolate Drop said it's not strong enough to wash that ass. See, this is what I'm saying. See how y'all showing out? You see how y'all showing out. Magic City's Finest said, I find it harder and harder to believe this lady is a 57-year-old granny. She is Magic City's Finest. She is a 57-year-old granny. All right. It's mind-boggling. Okay. August Lady said, but she's sitting in Walmart parking lot. That's what I'm saying. She keeps talking about how she doesn't want to sit in the driveway because it's boring. But you would rather go to Walmart's parking lot or the back of Walmart, right? and you can hang out down there, and it's fun, right? August Lady says this is the dumbest woman. Absolutely. She absolutely is. It's very, very true, August Lady. Nia K says, hey, Native and Tribe, this hen here just embarrassing. Right. But she gonna get a jet ski. Something else you gotta put gas in. I'm just saying. Bayou Bruja says it must be a part of their agreement that she is not to run their electricity during the day. Probably so. Probably so. You know she ain't gonna tell the whole story, right? You know. Hold on. No 504 said this hoe is buying a jet ski, bitch. You haven't bought the car or the RV yet, right? Shirley's Divorce finally said, how big is the driveway that she's parking in? I don't know. Aquarius Bay says she washes her hair outside the camper, right? Mr. Old School, I'm glad that you're still here. Can you give me an idea of what's going on with the water in this thing? Like, why can't she says that she doesn't bathe in it. So is there a separate bathe, like the bath water is separate from the water she's washing her hands and brushing her teeth with? I don't understand this. Or is she taking a bath in these people's house that she paying $300 a month to? I'm just trying, like I said, I have no idea how RVs work, but I would think that she would be able to take a bath, you know, but she with the same spring water that she's washing her hands and brushing her teeth with. Am I wrong about that? That's all I want to know. Aquarius Bay says she probably taking whole baths like a lady in that car wash movie. Yep. God. Oh my God. Let's listen, y'all. This don't make no damn sense. So she walking around here stinking like this, but whatever, man. Whatever.
You said you can't handle the heat.
I can ride a jet ski. I'm gonna need assistance moving it in and out the water, but I can ride a jet ski. When I lived in Sunny Isles,
shout out to Shay. You know we got to shout out to Shay. All right. We got to shout out to Shay because Shay is shady as hell. Shay gave us a little peep into what Sonya would look like on a jet ski. And if you all were not paying this any attention, okay, watch this.
I'm not in the sun. It's hot, but I'm not in the sun. I bought a chair to sit outside with, so when it gets cool, I'm gonna start sitting outside. And then I got the fan blowing on me. I swear I'm getting a jet ski. I swear I'm getting a jet ski.
To do what? You can't hold it up. You said you can't handle the heat.
I can ride a jet ski. I'm gonna need assistance moving it in and out the water, but I can ride a jet ski. When I lived in Sunny Isles, I used to ride my granddaughter on it all the time.
Listen. Shay is a freaking genius. Look, you just never know. You just never know where the shade gonna come from on a phone calls from prison video. Shout out to Shay. Shout out to Shay's husband for just being as shady as they want to be on these damn calls. Okay. Victoria says she's so random and all over the place. What's she gonna do with a jet ski, Victoria? Is she already complaining about gas? She already complaining about parking. She's already complaining about everything having to do with this got doggone trailer / RV / camper, right? But then she gonna add a jet ski to the mix. Where's she gonna keep it at? None of this shit makes sense. And I think Nesto is even tired of her line. For real. Texas Toy said, hey, Native and Tribe. Listening while I drive on the highways and byways this Sunday. Thank you for being here, Texas Toy. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Aquarius Base said, OMG, I cannot. I know, right? I know. Shay is something else. God. Oh my God.
Because I wanted a motorcycle, but I don't trust people's driving, and I can't really So that's the next best thing is to get a jet ski.
Oh, okay.
Smaller than a boat. I could put it in the backyard. And then I could pull it with my RV, or I could pull it with my car.
Well,
I'm gonna get a
you
car
gotta put,
cover for the car.
you gotta plug out there, right?
I gotta do what?
You got a plug outside. You know that, right?
Yeah, there is a plug. I saw that. I saw it.
So you can get you one of them
On my
old
awning.
fashioned fans. You can get one of them old fashioned white fans and
The
put it out
table
there.
and put it on the table so I can be sitting there in the sun. Like an old
Exactly.
person. You silly.
There you go. Or at least you'll feel better. You can get some fresh air.
I got it right here. All my windows are open.
Yeah, but it's still hot up in there though. You start sweating in that mud.
I'm sweating. If I would go outside, I'd be sweating. This is called
No,
the air's not on.
yeah, but that fan be blowing on you though. You know,
That's
that
the fan.
breeze will be going.
I got the fan right here on me now. And I
And
got
that,
a
I seen that little bit of the fan, that work fan they keep under the desk.
no, you know, this little shit right here. No,
Yeah,
I
that's
got a bigger one. I bought a bigger one today. That's it. It
okay.
hit up to. It says it'll hit up to 20 feet. I think. I don't think it's gonna hit 20 feet.
So my question is the same question that you all have, right? What backyard? She says she could keep it in the backyard. What backyard? You don't have a backyard. So you mean to tell me that your friend whose driveway you sitting in every night is going to allow you to put a whole jet ski in his backyard? Because that's the only house that you've talked about. That's the only actual residence that you have talked about, Sonia Waller Durham Jackson III. I don't understand what backyard you are going to put it in. Are you going to put it behind Walmart? Huh? They got a little ramp behind Walmart, Sonia? That what you're going to do? Because I don't understand what you're going to do with the damn... Where is it going to go? Chindy Alex says, is this her midlife crisis? Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. Dimples Wumples, thank you so much for the super chat. Says that van probably smells like that. Hold on. Let me say it again. Okay. Dimples Wumples 504, thank you so much for the super chat. Says that van probably smells like bat farts and moose knuckle sweat. Dimples Wumples, I don't know why I understand what that smells like. I don't know why. Okay. Dion's break says Sonya is in a mobile brothel. Wow. Yes, she is. Bella, thank you so much for the super chat. Says in there blowing shitty. I got to start reading these ahead of time, okay? Bella, thank you so much for the super chat. Says in there blowing shitty hot air around. Thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate that. My God. See how y'all showing out? You see how y'all showing out, right? I'm just trying to give y'all examples of how y'all showing out. All right, y'all are showing out today. Okay. Shitty bat farts. I'm still on bat farts. Okay. I'm still on bat farts. Okay, just in case y'all ain't know. All right. Let's listen to some more.
But it's nice. I'm not mad at it.
Okay, you just start.
People sitting out in the sun with no fan and no shade, so I could sit in here with all the windows open. I just have to keep that cab covered. That cab is what make it hot in here is that freaking cab. And then I can always turn the motor on and turn my air on in the front, and it cools it down in like 3 minutes. It cools the whole rig down.
Okay.
Faster than the one up top. It cools it down in 3 minutes. The whole rig is cool.
Yeah, the one at the top, it would take a minute.
Yeah. That one up top take a minute. It don't even, because it's right. It takes literally 20 minutes. Because it's all up top, and then it has to work its way down. Some parties going There's some boat parties going on.
All right. Well, then guess what? Keep enjoying your eyesight out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'll check on you. Seems like you got to get your break. Yeah, take your break. Yep.
We
I'll
don't need a
check
break.
on you later. It's hot out there.
It's
Literally, Nesto don't know what to say, right? Nesto has no clue what to say to her. He just is chuckling and being amazed at how stupid she is, right? I mean, Aquarius Base said, Lord, a camper, a jet ski, 30-year-old Mini Cooper, and a motorcycle. Right. All of this is supposed to happen for Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. Mm-hmm. JMM55 says a jet ski, that thing would fling her little ass into the Atlantic Ocean down there. It absolutely would. Hold on. Shirley's divorce finally says she got a bigger fam. Lord, the lies, the lies, the lies. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Mixtress Monica asked a very good question. Mixtress Monica said, how much is her SSDI check to afford RVs, jet skis, cars, RV insurance, gas, food, motorcycles? Now, Mixtress Monica, take food out of the equation, okay? Because what she's doing is eating a chicken sandwich every other day, okay? So we could take food out, okay? That's not a part of the budget. Now, everything else, though, you're right. She can afford all this stuff, jet skis, cars. She's going to do all this. And Mixtress Monica, let's not forget, if Ernesto needs her, she's going to jump on a plane and fly back to Atlanta so that she can fulfill her Ernesto duties, Mixtress Monica. I don't know what kind of check that is. Okay? I have no clue. Right? No clue. You get me. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, how is a jet ski the next best thing after a motorcycle? I don't know. All right. All I know is all of this shit is made up. Okay. All of this is made up. Mixtress Monica says she lies on stuff that doesn't require a lie. She lies when the truth will do. Pathological liar. Correct. Correct. You know why, Mixtress Monica? Because she lives in a van down by the river. Aquarius Bay says, I wonder what Tanya really thinks of her sister. I wonder what Sydney and Tomas really think of their mom. They can't be none of the people that you just mentioned can be happy with what is happening with this woman. If they really care about her, if they have not written her off, there's no way that a loved one can really be enthused about what she's doing with her life. Not possible. Not freaking possible. Sassy Girl said, Nesto is just as weird, is just as tired of Sonya as we are. He's stuck, we're living for the lies. Yeah. Yeah. As somebody put in earlier, that he misses Shirley. There's no way that you go, like, we can listen to Shirley calls, right? Shirley was focused, she was listening, she was there, right? Until she wasn't. Okay. But Shirley was a more mature conversation than this one right here, obviously, right? Joan Phone says, my theory is she thought he was getting out when the CPA charge was dropped, and her daughter said no to let him stay in her apartment around her daughter. So she rented the camper to give Nesto a place to bail. I can see that. That makes sense. I see where you're coming from with that. Charge got dropped. It did happen around the same time, right? Or did she get the RV before that happened? Huh. But Joan Phone, I see where you're coming from with that. Sydney probably did say no. And she rented the camper. Now, I do agree that I do think that she did for whatever reason. She thought that he was getting out. Yeah. So that's a good theory. I like that, Joan Phone. I like that. Attitude and Tylenol, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, y'all hating. I hope she gets her jet ski and rides it on Lake Lanier. Attitude and Tylenol. Why you want that lady to go out there on Lake Lanier and drown like everybody else? I'm just saying. You could have said the Atlantic Ocean. You could have said the Gulf of Mexico. You said Lake Lanier. My. Attitude and Tylenol. We all know what happens on Lake Lanier, but thank you so much for the super chat. Dr. Charles says, I think he does know what to say, but he doesn't want to have her cut him off financially. He really doesn't care. My fear is that she's going to be found passed out in that tin can or worse. Dr. Charles, you can't be more scared of that than she is, because she's the one that's out here not eating. She's the one that's out here not fixing the generator so that she can have air. She's the one that thinks that she can be in 100-degree heat in a tin can and not sweat to death, or like Nesto said, suffocate to death. Okay. And, I can't be more worried than she is, but yes, it tragically could happen that way, but Nesto, and if that does happen, Dr. Charles, Nesto gonna be cut off anyway because she ain't gonna be here. So there's that. There is that. Joan Phone says now that he got the new charges, she's making excuses so she can return it and go back to her daughter's apartment. I believe that. I really, really do. I really, really do. New Start 1971 says plane, trains, and automobiles. Yes, indeed. Sensible Creation Sister, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Nesto is worried about her, and on a serious note, so am I. She has got some issues. She really do. Make It Rain NYC, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Nesto says she's lying. Nesto knows she's lying. She's getting a jet ski, but have to wait until next month to install cameras. Right. Cameras are what, $100? Less than that. But now she gonna get, and she gotta wait till next month for the next check to come through. But now she's gonna get a jet ski. Yeah, that shit will be hilarious to me too. For real. Aquarius B, thank you so much, Make It Rain, for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Aquarius Bay says, of course he misses his meal ticket and clueless financier. I'd miss Shirley too. Right. Indeed. Chanel Heslop, all the way from South Africa, is in the house. Says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Lady Janice, thank you so much for being here today. R. Bailey says Shirley was present, unlike Sonya. Right. She was. And when you say present, it's like she was in the conversation, right? Sonya is all over the place, right? Shirley was delivering on things. Sonya just talks a lot of big shit, Like Kendrick says, she got a big mouth, but she lacks big ideas. That's Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. So R. Bailey, you are correct. That is absolutely correct. Linda says it's a shame that they can't have her committed for a while for psychiatric help. No way in the hell. No way in the hell. They would throw her ass out. They would throw her ass out. She is batshit, y'all. She is batshit. Jay Blake said, no, he couldn't keep up with the Shirley Strawberry convo. This is more his level. He did say he was tired of faking. That is true. That is true. OG Lot Lizard said, okay, Lake Erie. What happens on Lake Erie? Do people drown out there? Mocha Pam says the ancestors at Lake Lanier wouldn't be pleased. No, they would not. And we know how the ancestors at Lake Lanier move, Mocha Cam. We know how they move, right? So yeah, you're right. You're right. Dr. Charles said, but she's sick, Native. She is sick, but I think that there's a certain amount of self-awareness that you got to have, right? She's sick, but she thinks that she's okay, and we know. We know that she's sick. We can tell, but according to her, we're just haters. Sweet Peasy, thank you for the super chat. It says crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. That is what she is, right? You think Kendrick was talking about her, Sweet Peasy? Shit get crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. My God, that is a great way to describe Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. Y'all, Kendrick was talking about her. She is crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Thank you, Sweet Peasy, for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Let me see. OG Lot Lizard says she don't know what to do. She don't. No idea what to do. No idea what to do. Jay Blake said we forgot about the police. The price of all these calls she's still begging for. She's still paying for calls. She's still, got to talk to him every 5 minutes. That's still happening. That is still happening. Joan Phone says, I want somebody to catfish Nesto so we can watch how fast he drops Sonya. He knows she ain't ish, but he has no one else. Sonya made sure of that. Right. What happened to Tashima, Joan Phone? What happened to her? We had Tashima for a minute that was coming in, you know. But yeah, I think it will be hilarious. The same way that Wade Wilson got catfished and fooled by the fake attorney, I think somebody should do the same for Nesto. That shit would be hilarious. Okay. Mocha Pam says Baker act her. Yeah, they could Baker. I mean, but somebody has to do it. And apparently, Sydney and Tomas are so happy that she's out of their hair. They probably won't do it, right? They don't want her back. They good with her being whatever she's being and doing whatever she's doing. So yeah, they could do that, Mocha Pam. The one and only Sonya's shitty nails. I was waiting on it to happen. I was waiting for the one and only Sonya's shitty nails to come over. Okay. Says Sonya doesn't bathe, so I'm sure that van smells like old rotten sardines. Oh my God. Miss CLC in the building says, good afternoon. Hello, Miss CLC. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you being here today. TD Will said, Tashima don't want this smoke. She don't. She don't. She don't. She does not. Sassy Gal said, Tashima ain't gonna cut it. I think it would be interesting to see somebody like just pop up in his life and just be like, oh, Nesto, I just love you so much. And oh, Nesto, you're the best, and all this other stuff. And then see him push Sonya out the way. That would be hilarious. Linda says Walmart hates when she comes in the shop leaving a trail of odor like Charlie Brown's friend Pigpen. OG Lot Lizard says he would not drop Sonya. She's a sure thing. Nesto thinks he's slick. I bet it's a fool writing him right now. Hashtag Sonya 2.0. Oh, no. I think it will be interesting. I think Nesto is an opportunist, right? So I do think that if he didn't drop her, he would try to get as much out of the other person as possible. I do think that. Lady Janice says, I was going to say I'll catfish Nesto, but I just thought about him confusing my confusion. That would be dangerous and a disaster. Plus, I can't keep a straight face. Lady Janice, leave Nesto alone, okay? I don't want you to do it, Lady Janice, okay? I don't want, it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good, okay? Let's listen to some more.
It's okay. I'm not in the sun. I could do anything long as the sun's not beating down on me, I'm good.
Oh,
Plus I
okay.
got apple juice.
Apple juice. You need some water. That's what you need.
I got
Apple juice.
water too. I have
Yeah.
water. I have water and I have apple juice. But my apple juice is frozen.
So when he plug it out to the house, does the air conditioner work? Does the air conditioner and the refrigerator work at the same time?
Everything works.
Okay.
Everything works. It's peace of mind. Everything works. It's all good. The
Oh,
generator
okay.
works. The generator's on now. I got the generator. I just don't have the air on. Because my
Oh.
110, I need a generator for my 110. So in order for my 110s to be on, I gotta have the generator going. So the generator is on right now. I just don't have the air on. That's gonna pull a little bit harder from it.
From the 110. Oh, because your inverter. You ain't got an
From the
inverter to
generator.
bounce it off.
I don't have an inverter. You're right. Exactly. So that 110 I need a generator for my 110s to work. But I don't have the air on. But my generator is on right now.
Y'all with these comments today, okay? Y'all with these comments today, all right? I am thoroughly entertained over here. I can't even pay attention to the damn call because y'all with these comments, okay? Now, Muffin 218 Muffin 218 says apple juice like a baby. She does. She does apple juice. But Make It Rain NYC, I say the same thing. I say the exact same thing. I hate when people say they don't drink water, and then Attitude and Tylenol follows up and says, I know her pee stank. This is why people that don't eat water, don't drink water or eat vegetables worry me, right? What is going on the inside of your body if you never drink water? Can anybody tell me what she's drinking right now? Because I can't tell from this little bubble what's happening. But Jay Blake said, why can't he say air conditioner? Funny thing about these calls is that it takes the attention off of Nesto. It really does. I haven't even been able to play this all day except for... I've only been able to play that one time, right? Jay Blake, these calls take all the attention off of Nesto, okay? But to your point, why can't he say a lot of shit? I don't understand, but he damn sure can't say air conditioner. That is just, it's too much. The one and only Sonya Shitty Nail says, I think Ernest is low-key bitter about the van. I think he feels like if she could make all of this big ticket purchases that she could have gotten him an attorney. I think so too, which is why I believe he told her to take the damn thing back. What you doing this for? Mocha Pam says these are some crazy questions, right? Sanders RN says her diet is like a 6-year-old child. It's awful. It is awful. Sweet Peasy said it's not all good, right? Shirley's divorce finally says, damn, that's real stanky. See what I'm saying? Y'all showing out. Chindy Alex says, if you buy more than $50 worth of gas, the generator will work. Yeah, that part. That Mr. Old School says, so why does she have solar panels? I don't know. None of this makes sense, Mr. Old School. None of this makes sense. Okay. Casino Lady says, apple juice, she really going to be using the toilet in My God. JMM55 says refrigerator. Frigerator. Yeah. He can't pronounce anything. He cannot pronounce anything. My Bell says, does she know what an inverter is? I wonder. She don't. She has no idea. No idea. Mary Willis says she's drinking apple juice instead of water. Right. Exactly. Mocha Pam says, does the refrigerator and air conditioner work at the same time? Probably not. Okay. Probably not. Shirley Divorce finally says she always with the white wife beater on because she sit around all day sweating. She's sweating all day. She can't put on a real t-shirt. OG Lot Lizard, apple juice. Why you drink an apple juice? You don't drink no water? Why you always drinking that apple juice? You always got some apple juice, okay? OG Lot Lizard, he can't talk. Okay. Lady Janice says, Native, if I catfish Nesto, you would have to read Nesto's letter for me so that I can understand what he attempted to say. Only you can translate Nesto's letters. But I can't, Lady Janice. I really can't. I be winging it. I don't know what the hell he's saying. I be winging it, okay? Don't tell nobody. Ms. Lady says, and her pee is dark because she doesn't drink water. Right. Water is essential, y'all. And people that don't drink water, I be feeling bad for them. Like, for real. Like, oh my God. Joan Phone says, I don't believe Sonya has enough work credits to collect SSDI. Interesting. I don't think so either, Joan Phone. She's as much of a scammer as Nesto. She literally doesn't have a pot to poop in, nor a real window to throw it out of. Whole life's a lie. I thought about that too when she was saying she's retired. Retired from what? Oh, you know what's funny, Joan Phone, that you say that? A lot of the jobs that she has professed to having seems like she was getting paid under the table. I can only count maybe a few jobs that she mentioned where she would have gotten an actual paycheck, W-2 style jobs. I just don't see where she would have that kind of. That's a very good point, John Phone. Very good point. Dimples Wimples 504 said, even if she can drink some watermelon juice for the electrolytes, that's better than nothing. True. Very true. That is very true. Jay Blake said that pee strong. Linda says she might be in pain from lack of water intake, and her urine will take your breath away from that strong odor. My God. I hate it for the people at Planet Fitness that have to clean up behind her when she come in there and take showers and shit. That's got to be the worst thing ever for them. Fuck up their whole shift. Real says, don't she know that apple juice goes straight through a person? She needs more than juice and fruit. She doesn't know that. She does not. She is avoiding water like all get out, and I don't understand why. Shirley's divorce finally says, now ain't her boy an electrician? Why he can't get her the darn inverter and show this dumb bitch how to work the generator? Damn it, man. I don't know. Dimples Wumper says, I'm up here juicing watermelon and pineapple. I got some pineapples I'm going to juice later on today, too. That's going to be good. Miss Principles. Hello, Miss Principal. How are you? Thank you so much for the super chat. Says she's going on a trip in her favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky like Einstein's. Thank you, Miss Principal, for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Dimples Wumper said, too much apple juice. She going to be going home with her daddy. Yeah, you gotta do that in moderation. Like for real. Because apple juice has got a lot of sugar in it. Make It Rain NYC said that strong odor goes straight up her nose. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Linda says she get benefits, but the lowest amount probably for the injury she received from the gunshots. Yeah, probably so. I don't understand how any I don't understand how any of that works, but let's see if we can figure out what the hell she drinking. It ain't water. Let's see what this is.
Okay.
And it's been on for an hour with no problem.
You got one of them meters on the inside where you can see if it's overheating and all that.
Yeah.
It's like little circles, like the little gauges, 3 gauges together.
It's fully loaded with everything. It's just little. It has everything in it. It's just little. Got heat,
Okay.
got air, got Wi-Fi, got smart TV, got a bed, got a dinette, got a big refrigerator, big freezer, closet, all of that. 8 seconds, Ducky. Call me what? 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock?
Yeah, about 5 o'clock. Just check on you, make sure you're good. All right, love you.
Well,
Be easy. Yeah.
huh?
Yeah. Hold on. You can talk. Go ahead and talk.
I probably turned my fan on.
What?
I turned the air off. I turned the air off and turned the fan on.
Oh, why you do that? You getting cold?
I had got hot. I mean, I got cold. I got hot, then I got cold because the air was kicking and it got really cold. Then I turned the fan on up top and turned the air off. And I just
Oh,
let them start watching this video. How are you?
good. Okay. Just make sure you're getting adjusted.
I'm in the shade. I'm in the shade. More people are at the
Okay,
water. I parked on the side.
that's much better. Ain't it?
Yeah, it is because it cooled down the whole vehicle.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Cool. Then that's good. Then that's good. How long you gonna sit out there?
Well, his girl just texted me that she was cooking and she pulled a plate for me. So probably like an hour.
Okay. Good. At least you get some healthy food to eat. You know.
Yeah, he said
Sound
she was cooking some beans or whatever and some other stuff. He's on the grill. She's in the kitchen. So yeah, I'm gonna go back over there.
Okay. All right. Cool. Then it's cool. Then that's cool. All right. Well, now just checking on you, make sure you're good and everything. You know, you're living your bestie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this look for me, y'all. I don't know. I'm look, Dr. Charles. I am so with you. This woman needs help. She needs help. She needs a lot of help. She's not going to make it through the summer. All right. I'm not trying to be grim. All right. I'm not trying to be negative. Okay. But at this rate in May, think about this, y'all. It's hot right now, right? Like even in Atlanta right now, I think it's probably, I don't know, in the mid 80s, lower 80s, somewhere in there. It's warm outside, right? It's not hot outside yet. It's May. Or no, it's June now. It's first day of June. So think about as we get to July, if she's sweating at the rate that she's sweating, and she's drinking apple juice, and she's eating fruit and not intaking enough water, she's not getting enough nutrition. She already has issues with her digestive system. Y'all, she ain't gonna make it. She ain't gonna make it through the summer. It's not gonna happen. And the fact that this lady is almost 60 years old and does not know how to take care of herself, does not know how to take care of her insides, right? Her digestive system, doesn't know the things to eat to make herself healthy. That doesn't help. The fact that she's doing all of this to impress this dude on the left side of the screen, that does not help. So I don't know how much into the summer but she won't survive the summer this way, y'all. She won't. It's just not possible. Dimples Wumples 504, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Nesto doesn't mind her smelling like an asparagus. Oh my God. Oh my God. Southside Chi-Town says she's having hot flashes. Yeah. Yeah. And when she talks about everything in the RV, it's funny how she's got all this stuff. My question is, didn't she say she was in Walmart buying a bed when she ran into the dude that needed shoes? But yet now she's saying that it has a bed. Now, was she buying a mattress? What was she doing? I don't understand what she was doing. If it came with everything, it's loaded, came with everything. But yet she says that she went to Walmart to buy a bed. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Okay. Sweet Peasy says native. I don't want to put that in the chat, but my God, I was thinking the same thing. She's not going to make it through the summer. Sweet Peasy, and that's just being realistic based on if her actions do not change. If she does not change and start drinking water and eating food regularly, if she's out here thinking that if it's 95 degrees outside, that just because it's 92 degrees inside of the damn trailer / camper / RV / van, that because it's 3 degrees cooler on the inside, that she's okay. If she doesn't understand that her body's perspiring, that she's losing electrolytes and that she's losing protein and all these things, her body is working against her in that heat. If she doesn't understand that, Sweet Peasy, she can't. There's no way in the hell that she's going to make it through the summer. It's not possible. Shirley's divorce finally says she parked by the water so it can cool off the RV. Shaking my head, this dumb bitch. Right? Exactly. It's crazy. Always Curious says she has a disability with her bowels. She's not getting SSDI. I think she has work history to qualify for Social Security. I don't know though. She's done in her life. I don't know what jobs. It doesn't sound like she's had a lot of jobs. Maybe she does. I don't know, but it don't sound like it. TD Will says I'm barely making it at home trying to regulate my menopausal body. That's what I'm saying, TD Will. That's what I'm saying. Now, I don't know how old you are, but we know Sonia Waller Durham Jackson III is approaching 60. She cannot do this and sustain this for month over month over month in 100-degree heat. It's not possible. OG Lot Lizard says she's too old for that. She really is. She really, really is. Dr. Charles said, yeah, I really do. Hope she turns it in because she definitely will not make it living in these conditions. Not at all. Not at all. Okay. JMM55 says, I don't think she's following her doctor's orders about her gut. She doesn't believe in medication. This is one hard-headed hint. What doctor though? Does she have a doctor? You see what I'm saying? Like, she goes to the emergency room for everything. Does she even have a doctor? You know, that's that. You know, it's a lot. It's just a lot. You know, but as as a young man that grew up in the South, that grew up in Florida specifically, y'all. Okay, I grew up in Florida, and I'm gonna tell you this: every year we heard tragic stories about people who were elderly who were found unalived in their homes because they didn't have enough circulation. They had maybe a box fan or something like that. So I know just from growing up in Florida, I don't even have to be a medical professional to tell you that the heat will take you out. Sonya might not understand that, but the heat will take you out. Might seem like something simple, might seem like, oh, well, I'll just be in here and I'll just be in here chilling and I'll have all the windows open. Look, the heat will take you out. It absolutely will. And I've seen it and I've heard about it all my life. You know. So I don't understand why she doesn't understand that. She lived in Florida long enough to hear those stories. So I don't get this at all. I just don't. Black but not bitter says, pull the plate. We sat a plate on the porch for you. Let me try this again. Black but not bitter, my hero, says, pull the plate equals we sat a plate on the porch for you and we didn't invite you to eat with us. Oh my God. Aquarius Bay said it's obvious her mental and physical health have completely deteriorated since we were first introduced to her, but my fear is a carbon monoxide possibility because she has no clue about the camper. Aquarius Bay, I think that's a very interesting point. There are a lot of things that could go wrong, a lot of hazardous things that can go wrong in this camper. And I think it's kind of funny because Nesto asked her about a smoke detector that kept going off, and somebody said that it's probably carbon monoxide detector. So there are a lot of things that she doesn't understand about what she's doing. There's a lot of things that are hazardous about what she's doing, and she's clueless and expecting Nesto to walk her through all of these things. So I think that is that's a very, very, very good point. Hey, let's talk about it all. Says she was buying a mattress at Walmart, but why didn't it come with a mattress? I'm just saying. I don't understand. Burley09 says, sup, Nada? What's going on, Burley09? Glad that you could make it in. Glad that you could make it in. Burley09 says, everything he suggests, she has it or she has done it. She is so happy the video does not show her van. I know that's right. He will see he is lying. Yeah, she will definitely see that she's lying about all of that. All of that. Make It Rain NYC said Florida heat will definitely take you out. You need AC plus ceiling fans. Yes. Mocha Pam says, I'm in Florida, but from Georgia. That's the truth. Look, the heat down there ain't no joke. The humidity and the heat will take you out, y'all. She's going to have to really, really, really make some changes to the way that she is doing this in order for us to even hear from Sonya by August or September. That's just being real. Bayou Bruja says, right, there's a program where I live that provides window AC units to the elderly and disabled starting in the spring every year for that exact reason. Yeah. There are people, who are, there are some elderly people that don't have people to take care of them. There are some elderly people that aren't able to take care of themselves, and they're living by themselves. And it's like, the heat index gets so high. And when you got just a box fan in there, that's not enough to circulate and get you cool air. So there are a lot of people that end up being found with heat exhaustion, and it's sad. And the saddest part about Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III is that she does not have to be here like this. Those people that ended up being taken out by the heat, in a lot of cases, those were people who were in situations that they could not help. She can totally help this situation. She put herself here. That's the tragedy. She put herself in this situation. OG Lot Lizard, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, imagine what her life would be like if Nesto stopped talking to her. She would lose it. OG Lot Lizard, she would lose it. You hear me? Absolutely. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to be this obsessed with one human being as she is with him. But she would lose it, Lot Lizard. Thank you so much for the super chat. You get me says, well, y'all stop. Y'all making me worried about this damn hen. Look, I can't be more worried about her than she is. You know what I'm saying? If she is cool with sweating every day and drinking apple juice, well, you know, hey, what happens, happens. What happens, happens. Rody Love says, I know Nesto nowhere near attracted to Sonya. For real. For real. Ms. HLS said them beans gonna blow her stomach up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jay Blake says some elderly people don't like air conditioning. They prefer a fan, which is not good during summer months, especially in the state of Florida. I don't get it. I really don't, because I get hot so easy, y'all. I get hot and aggravated so easy. And people always think that people from Florida, like, we heat resistant, like we like the heat because we from Florida. Nothing could be further from the truth, okay? I hate heat. I can't stand being hot. And I don't, and sometimes when you walk in people's house and they're like that, they got a fan blowing and it's like, oh my God, it is burning up in here. But yeah, you're right. That does happen. That does happen. Mary Willis says, I thank God for my son and daughter. I need people to love me and help me sometimes. Mary Willis, you're blessed to have people that check in on you, that help you, that that come in. But a lot of people don't have that, and it's sad. And they end up being found like weeks later. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like that. That's how they just don't have anybody in their life. So I think that's an absolute blessing for you that you do have that. Absolutely. Make It Rain NYC says, each year it gets hotter due to climate change. She needs to return that RV since she doesn't know what she's doing. You would think that, right? You would think that. D Shell says, my favorite Ileana quote is, I can't want for you more than you want for yourself. My mama used to tell me a quote that her grandmother used to tell her, and that was, if the patient don't hurry, why should the doctor worry? Think about it. If the patient don't hurry, why should the doctor worry? And I think about that when I think about Sonya, what she's going through. Like, look, it would be tragic if something were to happen to her, right? But she's putting herself in this situation, and she's making the situation worse because she won't drink the water. She won't do what she needs to do for her body. So I can't make that happen for her, right? You can't make that happen for her. We can't do it. The only thing we can do is watch as it unfolds. She got to be able to take care of herself in some kind of way, Joan Phone says she drive that RV through the jail if he cut her off. She couldn't even let that ninja rest in peace. Fast in peace. But then Joan Phone, she won't let him rest in peace either, because think about it. She said that if he get cremated, she want to have the ashes in her room. Think about that. Mm-hmm. Think about that. Hello, Shirley's daughter, Sky. She says, hey, Uncle Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Ms. Lady says, agree, Native. I'm in Florida. I carry a portable fan everywhere I go. Some people's houses or places we go are hot. And I gave an SBF Sun umbrella. Yeah, Ms. Lady. Florida weather is something. Okay. Florida weather is something else. It really is. Especially around June, July, right? Late July. Oh my God. Don't make me think about it. She's an introvert says at 57, these hot flashes and 60-degree weather ain't no joke, and do let it and do let it hot 80 and up, I will melt. And do let it get 80 degrees and up, I will melt. Yeah. So imagine she's an introvert. Sonya's in an enclosed container with sun beaming on it, making it hotter on the inside. She can only run her AC up to 5 o'clock, right? It gets dark around 8:30, 9 o'clock, right? So she's got all that sunlight still beaming down on her from 5 to about 8 something, 8:30 or so when the sun starts to set. This is summertime. The days are longer. So let that sink in. She's an introvert. She's in for a ridiculously hot summer. And I don't think her body can take it. I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see it. Ann says, my car gets really hot in the summer. I can't imagine what it'd be like in a van or a camper, right? OG Lot Lizard says, this is Sonia's longest relationship. It actually is. She's proud of that, right? Aquarius Bay says she would completely lose it if Nesco stopped talking to her. She has no life because she's made him her number one focus. She said she wasted 2 years sleeping in her apartment almost all day, every day, right? Shirley's Divorce finally says, baby, hot flashes ain't no joke. Lord, I have a fan at my desk. I sleep with the ceiling fan, regular fan, and AC. My fans stay on 365 even in the winter. Shirley's Divorce finally. I don't have hot flashes, but guess what's going on while I'm asleep every night? Doggone ceiling fan. You doggone right. I am hot natured. I just am, right? Linda says, this elderly woman I knew once had her windows closed during 80-degree weather and had air conditioning off with the oven on. Oh my God. I can't even imagine. Jeez. Mary Willis says, I'm 68. I can still remember those hot flashes. Lord Jesus. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, well, let's listen to some more, y'all. We almost done with this.
It's fine. The kids
Yeah,
are
good.
fine. Yeah, I called the kids after I got off with you. Check on them. One's at a pool
Okay.
party. One's at a house barbecue, whatever. And my son's a homebody, so he's at the house.
Okay. So how you feel being by yourself? No, you just being having people around you all the time.
Fine. I mean, it's a lot. I have a lot of people here. I just choose to just I don't know. I don't mind being by
Okay.
myself.
Well,
It's just a moment. It's just a moment anyway. It's just started 2 weeks ago. But I always had the baby, right? I tried to
yeah.
call them to check on the baby. And I didn't get an answer. The phone didn't go through.
Oh, okay.
I got one of those
All right.
government phones, so yeah, I was calling to check on her.
If anybody wants this screenshot, go ahead and take it, okay? But she said that she called to check on the baby, and the call didn't go through. And they didn't call her back. That's the part she didn't mention, right? No one has called Sonia to say the baby misses you. We just wanted to let you know the baby's fine. She said she called about the baby. Okay. Sensible Creation Sister. She says she called about the baby, Bevy C. Make It Rain NYC. She says she called about the baby and the call, quote unquote, didn't go through. Uh-huh. Them people don't want to have shit to do with Sonya. Them people don't want to have shit to do with this thing on the right side of the screen. Them people are probably fully aware by now that she has had this baby on webcam with infamous Sylvia, right? Somebody who is an R. Kelly supporter and a Nesto supporter, so you know she nasty. Had her baby exposed on the internet. She's probably heard the calls where the baby was being yelled at for being a baby. She probably has been exposed to Sonya talking to this baby as if it was a grown adult. She's probably heard Sonya be frustrated with this baby at this point. She called to check on the baby, and the call didn't go through because they don't want to have shit to do with you, Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. Would you? If it was your baby and you thought that your baby was being taken care of, but you find out that at 11:30, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, your baby on the internet. Your baby's on the internet being exposed to a woman who supports people that abuse children. Would you have anything else to do with this heifer if you found out that your baby was being yelled at for being a baby, for using her hands to touch the mashed potatoes? Because that's what children do, because they like textures and they like playing with food. Would you have anything else to do with Sonia Waller Durham Jackson III if you found all that out? I believe I believe that them people found out everything that happened with this heifer right here. And that's the reason why the call didn't quote unquote go through. I'm just saying. It's just a theory, y'all. But I'm just saying. Dr. Charles says, remember when she locked that baby away because she wanted to speak to Nesto and the baby kept crying? I do, Dr. Charles. I do. And I hope that whoever the mother is of this baby knows about that too. Real says they blocked her. I believe that they blocked her. And then she gonna look Real. And did you hear her try to blame it on it's a government phone? You heard her say that, right? Make it rain. She said, "Oh well, it is a government phone. Government phone can still call you. The government phone can still call you, Sonia. If you was that important to this baby and these people's lives, they could still reach out to you, right? You got 3 phones, right? That means you got 3 phone numbers, right? So that means that the government phone could reach out to any one of those 3 phones, right? If you were that instrumental in this baby's life, they could call you. But that ain't happened. Chi-Town CPA says maybe Stripper Baby was not given back by Sonya, but taken from Sonya based on her relationship with Nesto. Chi-Town CPA, I hope that that's what happened. I hope that that's the case. I hope that it wasn't a choice of hers. Caramel Beauty 65 says, I wouldn't trust her. What up, Head Roach? Linda says, speaking of Sylvia, did anyone see her show? I don't know where she was at, but that room had raggedy curtains. No, Linda, I don't know how to get to her channel. No idea. No clue. So no, I didn't see it. But I'm not surprised she was in a room with raggedy curtains, though. That's not surprising. Mary Willis says, baby, see, I haven't had a hot flash in about 1.5 years. When my husband was living, our room was so cold, he used to have to go to the next room. Those hot flashes was on me. My mind. My. Donna Michi, the RN, says, so she's literally sitting in a tin can with no insulation, no ventilation or air. I'm the bum? Exactly. Major's wife said, we knew the baby didn't like her when she called her a bitch and slapped her upside her head. Bitch. Boy, that was classic. That was classic. Linda says, whose phone was a government phone? She was saying that the baby's mother, Measure's mother, has a government phone, and that's the reason why her call didn't quote unquote go through. Joan Phone says, just observing her when she talks, Sonya is crazy as a booger bear. Her eyes shifty, crazy faces, can't keep still. Textbook psycho. Something is wrong with this heifer, and Nesto knows it. Absolutely. I'm just saying. 80% CMOS says something probably happened to the baby in Sonia's care. Sydney had enough and put her out. Sounds about right. Shirley's daughter Sky says, I wouldn't trust her with my trash, not even my nephew's diapers. Hell. Major's wife says, Scripper Baby got a ferocious mouth and a mean right hook. Major's wife, you are correct. You are absolutely correct. Let's listen. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get this damn face off my head.
Okay. It sounds like you got a headache. You got a headache?
No, I don't have a headache. That was why I wasn't by myself, because I was with her all the time, right? So now I'm not around her because the kids was always, on their own for a minute. So it was just me
Okay.
and the baby.
Okay. Well, at least you can think. You can think a lot now. Definitely, you can have a lot to think
Yeah,
about.
like I can take naps a lot.
You take more naps.
I actually don't. I really don't. I think I do more now than I was doing. I went and put water in the tank. After we got off, I moved in the tank, put water in the tank. It got a little bit fuller out here. More people came to because it got cooler outside, so more people came out. Like it's a lot. It's like a family sitting over there, and then it's another family fishing. So got a little fuller out here.
All right, country. All right.
Oh my God, me country, that's you.
That's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, then guess what? Love you very much. Enjoy yourself. Be safe out there in the wilderness out there and do your thing, I understand. Everything cool. Small talk. That's it.
That's all you can do because they gonna
Yeah.
put it on. They post all the damn conversations, so you can't really talk about much of it.
Oh.
It's all in
Oh.
the business. All in the business.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it'll be over with soon, so it won't be no
Oh
more
yeah,
business. Yeah.
won't be no business.
Yeah. All right, then. Say your prayers, then. Say your prayers. I sure appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. God's good all the time. Seems like a Sunday, right?
Don't it? Oh my God, I was just thinking that too. I'm about to heat my food up. I had went and bought like a lot of food so that I can have some without me having to, go somewhere and get some food. So even though
How
she
you?
got me a plate, but I'm gonna eat this because I kind of want some food now.
Okay. All right. Well, take your vitamins. Please take your vitamins. Please take your vitamins. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
long. It's gonna be a long summer. It's gonna be a long summer. You just get started right now.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
You ain't
it
used to being
is.
in the heat out there.
No, right? Used to being inside in the air and all up in the cooped up in the freaking apartment.
Yeah, but that heat gonna kick in. So
It is because it's only May.
yeah. So I just can imagine how you're gonna be cutting the food in about another month. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Say
Yeah.
that.
It's gonna get super hot. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to run
Yeah.
inside of a building.
You gonna what?
I said, don't have me running inside of a building.
Well,
I'm
unless you
gonna
put
just be
them.
a house plugged in.
Yeah. Well, and that's what it is. Then that's what it is.
I mean, I could just go back to doing what I used to do, like going to the mall, hanging at the mall. I'm trying not to, go back to that my shopping habit. But I'm just gonna do my road trip thing. That's all.
Yeah.
I had
Okay.
to
Well, take your
adjust
time.
first. I had to
Yeah.
adjust first. So now that I'm adjusted and I'm good being in here, now I gotta get on on this travel mode.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
I just gotta go. I need to run in here and buy a car cover for my car because it's sitting out in that sun, but baking.
There you got one of them. What's the names in the front? Did you put them? What you put in the front? Like a little curtain? They got a built-in curtain slide where your back seat at in the back of your seat. It's like a curtain that goes
I
on.
have a curtain I put up here.
Y'all, I'm curious. Did she think of anything in advance? Like, did she think of anything in advance? Because I promise you, it seems like she is just flying by the seat of her long back, right? She does not know anything until it happens. When she rented the RV, she didn't think about the inverter. Now she's got to put something over her car because it's baking. Did you not think she didn't think of none of this shit in advance, right? Just out here make it rain. Just out here doing shit. Make it rain. Make it rain said no planning at all. Just out here just doing shit. New Start 1971 says, I admire the adventure aspect, but yeah, she needs to be prepared. I mean, it's just all of a sudden, like, she had to go to Walmart to get a mattress. So when you walked inside this thing and didn't see a mattress, nothing jumped out at you to say you need a mattress. No, she had to go to Walmart and give the guy $11 because he was short $3, and then threw the crumpled up money and she bought a mattress. I mean, I'm just trying to understand how that worked. Mocha Pam said, just winging it. Just winging it. Hey, let's talk about it all. So you ain't telling the truth anyway, right? I mean, Make It Rain says she just pissing away money. She is. Money that she ain't got. Sonia's missing inverter said, damn near 60, just winging it. Mary Willis say, out here like a 16-year-old. Exactly. Joan Phone says, Native, can you please show that pic of her on the thumbnail for this vid? The one on the left. This sums up how crazy Sonia is in one. I'm laughing because that pic is hilarious to me. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on. OG Lot Lizard, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Native, how did she go from flipping 5011 houses in Cleveland to living in an ice truck? I don't know. I don't. I honestly have no idea how any of that shit works. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let me get this real quick. It just doesn't make any sense that you want to live a life based on, some shit that you don't know anything about, right? Like, you don't know anything about this life, but yet this is what you want to do. Okay. But thank you so much, OG Lot Lizard, for the super chat. Now hold on, y'all. Now, Phone Joan, okay, Joan Phone. I'm sorry, wants y'all to see this, okay. And so, because I'm gonna show it. Now I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger, okay, so y'all can see, okay. In case you all want to know, this right here is who the man on the left is madly in love with, right? This is who he had one of his cell buddies come over and sing Mama for. Mama. That's her. That's Mama right there. Okay? That's her. Let me take this off the screen so you can see a little bit better. This right here is Mama. Okay? Mama. Mama, Yeah, that's her. That's her. Okay? All right? Do not adjust your screens. Don't adjust your phone. This is who Nesto decided that he wanted to be with Kimmy K. Okay? Gabby girl. Gabby girl. This right here. Okay? Is who he wanted instead of Shirley Strawberry. Okay? 80% CMOS says, we're supposed to believe she was the go-to for opening strip clubs, bars, restaurants, and related establishments. Look at her, 80% CMOS. Look at her. Now, 80% CMOS. Now, I don't know how you would run your business, okay? But let me ask you this. If you had a business and that thing right there in the middle of the screen came up to you and started telling you about how she could run some shit, would you? Would you let this individual run your business? Oh my God. Sonya B said, Native, have you considered that she's lying about all this shit? Where is this Jeff's getting all this money? With that credit, did she qualify for a loan? Sonya B, I will say this. I do believe she's in some sort of RV camper / trailer / van. I do believe that, right? Now, did she buy it? No, I don't believe that. Is she renting it? I have a tendency to believe that. My friend Legacy Moon says that there are Airbnb things that extend to campers. So is it possible that this is somebody's Airbnb that she decided to rent out for a month or two? That's possible. Do I think she bought it? Hell no. Do I think that she's getting a jet ski? Hell no. Do I think that she's getting a motorcycle? Absolutely not. I do think that she's lying about a lot of this stuff, but she is in this vehicle. Now, where she's going and how long she's gonna keep it, I don't know. But Sonya B, anytime I listen to Sonya, that Sonya, not you, okay? All right, Sonya Zesty Lil Dude, not Sonya B, okay? Anytime I listen to Sonya Zesty Lil Dude, I always consider there's a lie or that she's lying. Absolutely. Absolutely. Gabby girl, do not have nightmares, okay? Don't have nightmares, okay? I'm just saying. This picture was requested. Chandra, the Fly to Fit chick, says my megapixel just has dropped. Take it down. Okay, all right. I don't want that to happen to your megapixels. Okay, all right. I don't. So, yeah. This is Daughter of a Legend says in criminal law innocence project. Yeah, that's a whole lie. Now that is a whole lie. Okay. 80% Seymour says, do they have Section 8 for RVs? If so, she probably would qualify. Mm-hmm. Sonya B says Sonya is a homeless, low-budget ex-worker with a pill habit. I can see that. I can see that. I can. I can see that. But apparently I am damaging people's devices. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this down. But this was requested, okay? And this is the person that people entrust with their businesses, okay? I'm just saying. Let's listen.
Oh, you stucco? You put the stucco on it?
I got a blackout curtain I put between the cab and the house.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The cab is hot. So it's a blackout curtain with a rod.
It came with it, or you made it?
No, I went and bought it. And so you know where how the bed fits into that little U shape?
Yeah.
Over the cab. And then the two little, I just put the thing in there and it just drops. And it covers the whole entire opening.
Oh, okay.
And it's the perfect length too, because you know curtains come 64, 84, and 90, whatever. So the 64 was the perfect size, or 65, I don't know what it is, but perfect.
Okay, so you got a side door on that thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking. That's all. Don't bite my head off. I'm just asking what's going on.
I gotta send you a picture of the other side, because I only sent you a picture of the driver's side. But no, it's a door to the house.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a 3-door situation. Like kitchen, bathroom, bed, dinette. It's too big.
All right. Okay, but then go and get your food and get yourself together and enjoy the rest of your sunlight here.
Look at that picture I sent you. You can see the door.
No, it's on. No.
Picture. No.
No.
You sure?
Take your selfie in there in your living room. How about that? Yeah, take your full shot of yourself in your living room. Selfie. Yeah. So when I get out, I can pull all these up. You know.
All right. I think my internet is slow where I'm at. I have to get my thing in front of here.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. When you get out, Mixtress Monica, did you hear him say when he get out? Shindy Alex said, get out. Guess what, y'all? I finally got an opportunity to use it. Everybody, on the count of 3. 1, 2. We are able to use it. When I get out, that's a lie. Okay, that's a lie. Okay, all right. Miss Principal, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, did y'all forget the message we read about Sonya being, wait, hold on, where'd it go? About Sonya being a day up queen that was, okay, hold on. Let me start all over. Did y'all forget the message we read about Sonya being a day up queen and that was a setup queen, and that's why the reason behind the pop out. I heard that, Miss Principal. I have heard that before. I didn't know that V read something about that, but yes, I had heard that before. And look, and it fits her personality, it fits who she is. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if that was absolutely true. So thank you, Miss Principal, for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Look, y'all, I didn't think I was going to be able to use it today, right? Because we've been listening to Sonya the whole time, right? But I was finally able to use it. And listen, y'all, here we go. Let's do it one more time because we finally got a lie from Nesto. As soon as he was able to get a word in edgewise, we got a nest. Listen, y'all.
Nesto be lying.
All right. Damn, I thought we was gonna make it through this Sunday without getting a Nesto be lying. But no, Nesto be lying. Nesto, you ain't getting out, sir. You ain't getting out. Sweet Peasy, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, oh, this is a super sticker. Thank you so much, Sweet Peasy. I do appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, we did it. We did it. Nesto be lying. Yeah. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Let's listen. We're almost done.
I'm gonna get my my Wi-Fi, my SIM card, so that I can have Wi-Fi in here. Because it's slow where I'm at, or it could be my location.
All right. Yeah. It's kicking in, old lady. Go ahead on and get your nap. Hey, that's a hell of a birdie. All right, then. You have a good one there. Appreciate the laugh. I need to laugh.
How am I later than that?
I will, country.
Hello.
You made it in safe?
Yeah, I've been here. How are you?
Good. Okay, cool. Just checking in with you. It's gonna be a long week. Gotta say them prayers. Gotta keep them prayers up. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
What'd you say? Okay?
I said okay.
Okay, I appreciate it because, other people are moving on with their life, enjoying life and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Created humility.
What'd you say?
No, I was trying to set up an account.
Oh, okay. Well, do your thing. I did make sure you're in that safe. You're good. Yeah. All right. Well, I love you very much. I won't call as much this week. Yeah. But I will stay in touch and make sure you're good and safe.
Okay, well, you can call whenever you need to call, of course.
Yeah. All right, then. Well, you have a good night. Love you very much.
Love you very much.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
We did it, y'all. We absolutely did it. Okay. Make It Rain NYC. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says Nesto be lying. Yeah, that's what he be doing. That would it be doing. Okay. But I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Let me see. Let me get out of this real quick. Alrighty, y'all. So yes, we have done it. We have made it through. Yes, OG Lot Lizard, we did it, Joe. We did it. Jay Blake said, why he's not called as much? Because he's fasting again, Jay Blake. He caught some more charges. So now it's time for him to fast. So that way he can get a little change in his circumstance. That's why. But anyway, folks, listen, thank y'all for being here today. I do appreciate y'all rocking out with your boy for a little bit over 3 hours. We've been at this, okay? I'm going to be back tomorrow with I'll do it on Monday, all right? Well, we will dive even deeper into some of this foolishness. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday. Look, Dimples Wumples, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I'm sick of Nesto and Asparagus Bay. Not Asparagus Bay. Oh my God. Not Asparagus Bay. That is hilarious. Listen, thank you, Dimples Wumples, for the super chat. Look, I hope that you all have a great rest of your Sunday. Hopefully, we will be able to get together tomorrow evening for I'll Do It on Monday. Enjoy all that great food that y'all was bragging about earlier, okay? I'm about to go find some food for myself and call it a night. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. Need to take a nap. So thank you all for coming out. Thank you, Shay, for everything that you do over there at Phone Calls from Prison. I want to give a shout out to the notorious Native Tribe Urban Media Mod Squad. Y'all are the best. You all are the best handling all the things behind the scenes. Thank you, ladies, so much. If you hit the super chats, if you gave a super sticker, if you hit the Cash App, thank you. Please feel free to go over to Native Tribe Shop. That is 3 words, nativetribeshop.com, and check out the merch. The merch is popping. I ain't gonna lie. I designed it. Okay, it's all me. All right, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The merchandise is popping. So go over there, Native Tribe Shop. It's 3 words, nativetribeshop.com, and check out some of my stuff for Father's Day. Get the man in your life a Big Flame Energy shirt. I got the Big Flame Energy shirts, okay? Because if it's a man in your life, he should have Big Flame Energy. I'm just saying. Or maybe you got some Big Flame Energy. I'm just saying. That's what we doing in 2025. Nothing but Big Flame Energy over here. All right. So I do want to thank you all again. I cannot do it without you all. Thank you. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are enough. You are beautiful. You are loved, and you are blessed. All right. And there's nothing that anybody can do about that. Not even you. All right. Thank y'all for being here, man. I appreciate you. I love you all. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Let's end it on some music.